Testing, testing. Yo, what's up? Today we got Jigger. Gonna try to find some, reasonable people to have the discussions with, or at least try. Gonna defend some animals. Well, you ready? Can you check on your end if it's all working?
Sí que.
If it's all running? You know, it's laudable, so forth and so on.
Chance. Hello, hello.
Okay,
Okay.
seems to be working. You can go
Ya,
on.
se escucha.
Okay, well, you can film.
Mm. Bueno, honestamente yo no sé por qué tú me...
I'll
fue para
grab
la
this.
foto.
I'll grab this.
Sí, pero básicamente lo tuyo es como que...
It's fine. The more the merrier.
No, pero la cosa es que uno no quiere estar como que cargando con tanta cosa.
Last time I took my sandals off midstream and I left them in the middle of the beach. So he's gonna leave them here this time. Oop.
Oh, he literally, you're gonna love that.
25.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry, you're probably about to leave. Can I ask you a couple questions for YouTube? For you
Yeah,
leave?
yeah, sure,
Yeah? Hell yeah.
Video?
It's for a stream.
Oh, okay.
Live.
Oh, no thanks, no thanks.
No? Okay. Well, if you guys are not vegan, you pay for animal abuse
Okay.
stuff.
Oh, we actually are vegan. Yeah, but I'm vegetarian. She's vegan.
You're vegan?
Yeah, seriously.
Based. Yeah, but vegetarians still pay for animal exploitation. Milk,
Right.
eggs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Take a look at this documentary and
Okay.
consider,
Will do.
not enslaving animals.
Yeah,
Take it easy.
Well, have a good day.
He said we're actually both vegans, and then he said,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm vegetarian. What?
Yeah, they just equate this...
Yo, how's it going? Yo, feel free to read the chat. You have your mic
Yeah.
on your shirt.
Did you put the all messages?
Yeah.
You change it?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course not, he's not. He was vegetarian. And probably, who knows if she really is as well.
What did they think? I said,
That it's a
can I
diet
ask you? No, can I ask you some questions for YouTube? And then
for
he was like,
YouTube.
wait, it's on video? Like, what else is gonna be on? It's YouTube.
Maybe since YouTube, maybe they thought it was like, can I ask you a question to you too? Like the two of you together. Not.
Let's try these people right here. Hey, how's it going, guys? Can I ask you a couple of questions for YouTube?
I think we're all good, man.
We're all good?
Sorry about
Okay, no worries. By the way, if you're not vegan, you abuse animals.
that. Okay.
So, consider not abusing animals, go vegan. Bad luck.
The point of when you finish the conversation, it says show them the list. You're forgetting every time.
Oh yeah.
You always forget.
Thanks.
They're not gonna remember. They're not gonna even know what to watch if you don't show them.
Yo, how's it going, guys? Are you against animal abuse?
What's up?
Are you against animal abuse?
Oh, of course.
What about you?
Yeah.
You think it's bad? Like, for example, if somebody was to see a little dog here and stab the dog in the neck with a knife,
Yeah.
what would you think about that action? Would it be bad?
I have a dog. I have a dog.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
You guys personally eat animals and stuff like that, or you guys vegan?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian. So you still support the dairy, egg industry, stuff like that?
Yes, we need protein. Yeah, so we do.
You said you need protein?
Yeah, that's how we get our protein. But we don't eat animals. You know?
Yeah, so you think you need to consume eggs and dairy to get your protein?
Don't need to.
We don't need to, but it's a good supplement for us. Yeah.
Do you think it's justified to enslave and oppress animals, for eggs and dairy?
I don't think so. No.
Are you vegan?
Yeah, of course. Like, why pay for animal oppression? You guys are vegetarian, you still pay for animal oppression. Why do that?
Yeah, man, it's a good way to look at it. For me, I think that's the limit that we have. I think some people have other limits, but
Huh?
yeah,
Also preference. Yeah, and YouTube.
yeah, I think stabbing a dog is different. For sure.
Let's talk about the preference of the animals, right? Jigger, turn off your mic here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, let's talk about the preference of the animal. You think the animals would rather be enslaved for milk and eggs and then murdered and shit, or you think they rather, that not happen to them?
Well, from what I know that for eggs from chicken, that it's not they're not like enslaved or anything like that in terms of like they're not usually not harmed when they produce the eggs and they're not fertilized. So I agree if you're slaughtering animals.
Have you seen footage from the egg and dairy industry, man?
I've seen some, yeah. I'm sure there's some footage that we haven't seen.
The factory farm footage, like that documentary right there. Jigger, bro. Anyway, Dominion is called the documentary.
Yeah.
It's horrific stuff, man. Like,
100%.
if they were doing that to female humans,
Yeah, that'd be
would you see yourself paying for it?
Oh, definitely not.
What about you? If all else was equal, we substituted the cows and chickens for human females. Will you see yourself purchasing, hypothetical eggs from females and milk? We're doing exactly the same thing we're doing to animals, but to females.
That's a equivalent comparison, though.
I'm not comparing anything. I'm finding the common ground. So yes or no, if they were selling human dairy at the store and they were doing exactly the same thing we're doing to animals, but to humans, will you see yourself paying for it? Yes or no?
I can't make that. It's not a yes or no question.
Yeah.
It is a yes or no question. You can dodge if you want, but
I will. I mean, it's not a yes or no question to me.
you're gonna dodge the question.
I'm not dodging. I'm just saying.
What about you?
Yes or
If
no?
right now it was legal to do this, exactly the same thing we're doing to animals, but to females, and they were selling those products in the store, would you personally see yourself buying it or not?
I'm not gonna.
Dodge the question. Okay, you guys just intellectual cowards. I see. Well, you guys are animal abusers. If you're vegetarian, you're a bunch of animal abusers. Just go vegan. So a couple more steps. You stop abusing animals.
I appreciate your opinion. I disagree with you, but I appreciate your.
Forget about my opinion. Think about the opinion of the animals, man. The animals don't want to be enslaved for milk and dairy.
I mean, I have my own views. You have yours. So I
What
appreciate.
what do you think are the views of the animals?
I don't agree. Maybe I don't agree with your opinions, but I respect them, and that's
Just put yourself in the victim position for a second. You think it would be fine to do that to you?
all I have to say on it. But I appreciate your opinion.
Well, it's sad that you guys are a bunch of animal abusers. Just reflect on it. Just stop abusing animals. Watch the Minion on YouTube.
Hello,
Hey, how's it going?
I'm going.
You guys against animal abuse?
You speak Spanish? Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a stream on English right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's right. The animal is I know like the abuse animal.
Well, if you're not vegan, you pay for animal abuse.
Yeah, I know.
Consider.
I like it vegan. Huh? The beef, no, it's not good.
Let's talk to these people right here.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
Have a good one, man. Jigger.
Es cierto, familia. You have a good day, guys.
Have a good one, man. Yo. Hey, can I ask you guys a couple of questions? Go vegan, stop abusing animals, man.
Sí. Sí, lleva. Sí.
Jake Lagarde, he's not vegan, thinks it's a diet. Yeah, how's it going? They stab dairy cows and egg-laying chickens too. That's true.
Para sea por nutrición o por bien frío en un lugar frío y utilizas lana de
Sí, es cierto.
la lana le pertenece a ellos, no mejor.
Sí.
No, pero esta granja los tienen ahí bien, también, se la quitan. Esto es una excusa, pues seguir usándolo.
Bro, let's keep streaming.
Allá. Pero ve el,
I will
ve
one.
el documental, por favor. Nos están pasando, ellos literalmente nos estaban preguntando, interrumpiendo. O sea, sí, me parece importante quedarme para poder
Y tu mic.
apagado.
No, está.
Apagado, pero cuando me
Tú sabes
dijiste
que no lo tienes que apagar, puedes pararlo, de que grabe en tu lado. A ver si
yo
puedes
veo,
prenderlo.
y honestamente como
Bueno,
yo creo que la primera parte interrumpí
ahora mismo está
se habló.
capturando tu audio, pero este botón de aquí te mutea. So,
Pero hay que
no,
después me
solo
enseñas
eso
para
para la
saber.
próxima. They were dodging my questions. I was trying to run name the trade on them.
En los dos, en
Using a
los,
human female hypothetical, and they were like, "Not gonna answer that, like it's fucking pussies."
no pensé que fueran a hacer. Who the frick is in chat?
Yeah, it's still sun. Like almost 6.
It's always sunny in Puerto Rico. What's the show called? It's always sunny in Philadelphia, I think it's. Is that the name of the show?
Shit, I forgot I had my mic down here.
What do you mean?
Oh wow! Drop the sign. Yo, what's up? Off Jay says, "Hey, fellow David C. Arenas club member." What? No club member. Yo, speak English?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a couple of questions for YouTube? Yeah. You mind turning down the music? YouTube doesn't like it for copyright. You mind turning it off? Thank you.
Wait, what do I have to? What are these questions about?
It's about animal ethics. You know, easy
Animal questions?
animal ethics questions. Good angles, aesthetic and stuff. You can turn this off on your end. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm glad to hear. Where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you this. Start here. Are you against animal abuse?
Yes.
Yeah. You think it's bad to abuse animals? Like there was a little dog here and somebody like kicked the dog in the
I would
face.
feel so sad. Yeah.
What about if they stabbed the dog in the neck?
I would cry. I would like scream no.
What if they said, "Ah, but I just want to eat him"?
Eat him?
Yeah.
The dog?
Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't justify it.
No.
You personally eat animals?
Yes, I do.
You think that's problematic to use
Yeah,
stab
I'm a
the-
hypocrite.
You at least admit it.
Yeah. I eat pork. I love panin. I like chicken.
And why be a hypocrite then, I guess, is the question.
Why? I think we're all hypocrites actually.
Yeah, but in regards to the animal holocaust topic, why, if you think it's wrong to stab others in the neck, why pay for it?
I feel like my culture has a lot to do with it and the way I was raised. I feel like if I grew up not eating the animal, I probably wouldn't. But because that's how I was raised
Yeah,
and what I had access to eat.
I understand.
Yeah.
But you realize that we don't have to blindly follow our culture. We can
Yeah, we
say
can
no to, like, slavery used to be legal at some point. let me ask you this: if it was hypothetically legal to go and buy meat made out of children, and they were doing the same thing we're doing to animals, but to children, would you see yourself paying for it and eating it if it was legal and everything?
I don't know. That's cannibalism. That's yeah.
Would you be against like going and buying that even if it was legal?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So you don't know, like if you had the option right
Like,
now.
that's cannibalism. Like if somebody was like, "Yeah, this is somebody's kid," I would be like, "Whoa."
Yeah, let's say hypothetically it was legal right now, it was made legal overnight, and right here I tell you right now, hey, they're selling human
I feel like
sandwiches.
legalization isn't what limits or gives like somebody it. I feel like the access that they have, like if I had access to better fruit and food and it wasn't as expensive, maybe I would
Yeah.
eat that more than my meat.
Well, let's picture this hypothetical right here, right? There's human sandwiches in the store. You know, instead of pig ham, it's human ham.
Okay.
You can buy it right now. Will you see yourself purchasing it?
I don't know.
You're like agnostic. You don't know if it would be.
I mean, like that sounds nasty. It sounds bad. It sounds really
Would
bad.
it be wrong to give your money to that industry that kills humans and turns them into sandwiches?
Yeah, but I do it with the animals.
But in that hypothetical case of the humans, would you say it would be unethical to do that and you wouldn't do it, or you don't know?
No, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do it with animal like humans to eat another human. No,
So you wouldn't do it.
no.
Okay. But you currently do eat animals.
Yeah.
So what's different between the humans and the animals that, in your view, makes it okay to continue paying for their Holocaust, but not for the human Holocaust?
That is already done, probably.
No, but in the hypothetical, this is already done too, and you said you wouldn't buy it.
I don't know. Good question.
Do you see a difference? Like we have a human here.
I mean, I guess because I am a human, I'm not an animal.
Yeah, I understand. Well, we are animals.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
we're
never
animals.
know.
But like we have a little pig here, a little baby here. You think it's bad to stab the human baby in the neck, but not the pig?
No, I think it's. I wouldn't want the pig to be stabbed or the baby.
Oh,
to be
sorry. You said
in
you
my
said
face.
you said it. You said yeah. You said that.
Yeah,
But,
like,
but you would pay for the pig to be stabbed for bacon, but you wouldn't pay for the human to be stabbed for bacon.
Probably, yeah.
Why? Why pay for one to be stabbed but not the other? Why not just go vegan?
Because I like meat. Meat is good.
So you think taste pleasure justifies stabbing others to
I don't
death?
think it's justified, but I do. I see where I'm wrong and I see why it's bad, but I'ma still eat my pork and I'ma still eat my chicken.
So in the original question that I opened this conversation with, where I said there's a guy here stabbing dogs in the neck to eat them, you said, "Oh no, that's horrible."
Yeah.
But if he said, "I really like the taste of the dog," you would see, then that's fine. Stab every dog you want.
No, I don't want to see no stabbing. No human, no animal, no pig. I don't want to see the stabbing at all.
See this time where if he brings the dog to a closed room in the hotel and stabs it there, so you don't see it, then that's fine.
No, I don't. I don't think that's safe.
What do you mean?
I don't think that's clean to do in the hotel.
Yeah, you rent a room in the hotel, grabs the dog. He doesn't stab it in front of you. He stabs it in the room to eat it.
No,
That's wrong.
it is wrong.
Okay, but
But
you
is
do
it
pay for it.
acceptable? Do they do it for the other animals? They do, and it's wrong. But
You think it's wrong for him to do it, but you do it.
yeah,
Yeah, you pay for it every day.
yeah, I do. And I might just pay for it after I'm hungry.
How many? If you had to put a number, how many more animals you want tortured and killed in your name?
In my name,
Yeah,
none.
that's called being vegan.
That's hard.
Super
Because being
easy.
vegan is expensive.
No,
Yes.
the cheapest food. Just think about it for a second. Have you done your own groceries, or your parents do it for you?
No, I do my own.
Just think about the cheapest foods: rice, beans, lentils, potatoes. All the cheapest shit is vegan. What do you mean it's expensive?
But I also like, what about meat? Like, what about my protein intake?
Yeah, you can get your protein from plants. Just eat it, consume enough calories, you weren't gonna have any problem.
I guess you're right. Never thought of it like that.
So next time you go out shopping, are you gonna choose torture and murder, or are you gonna go with the vegan option?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna choose.
Torture and murder?
Yeah, I am.
Unfortunate. Watch that documentary, so you see with your own eyes what you do.
Okay.
Yeah, just stop paying for animals to be stabbed to death. Have a good one.
You're forgetting who's the victim. You're the victimizer.
Yep, I'll say Lliguer. What are people saying here? She's very selfish. Wait, let me read all this. And Reda says, hi, how's it going? Not your chicken, says Jake. Culture, status quo, habits sits so deep in many people. She's very selfish. Most people are hypocrites with at least she like admitted she was a hypocrite. But it was kind of crazy how like we opened up the conversation asking her, you think it's fine if somebody stabbed dogs and eat them? And she was like, hell no. But then like 1 minute later, it's fine because I like the taste of meat to stab animals. Wow. Just the hypocrisy. I eat a bodybuilding animal free lifestyle is cheaper. Hell yeah. She recognizes the hypocrisy, but is okay with it. Kind of psycho, yeah. It's the, what do they call that thing? Cultural inertia. Good, nice, sunny day for plant based utilitarian activism. When will you do activism with Lord and Savior? Just drink a few beers. I mean, I'm happy to do activism with David if he comes by Puerto Rico. I'm not gonna travel anywhere to go visit him, but you know, I'm happy to just talk to random people at the beach with him. Kind of gave up with that girl because, dude, where you keep taking off your mic? Just turn it on.
If
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
Yeah, dude.
fine.
So we have conversations like this, like in the middle of the stream. Just give me the mic. See,
Not like I'm gonna say much.
just turn it on and off when I'm talking. But turn it back on.
I don't know how to do that.
Just press this button here. Look. There's a button right
El
here.
mismo de apagarlo.
Yep.
The same one to turn it off.
Just tap it. Don't, you know. Okay.
Instead of holding it.
Exactly.
Yeah, she was just a hypocrite. I mean, she did
Yes, they
literally
came up on his
come
shitty
from.
behavior
She
and
did.
with trans people. I'm happy to debate David on trans issues. But yeah, would love to see him do activism since he acts like the one true authority. Let's see. Who's our next victim? Whew, so fucking hot in here. And it's 6 p.m. That guy right there's my neighbor. You think I should speak to him?
I don't know who.
That guy with the white shirt.
Maybe you should.
Should I bother my own neighbor right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bother my own neighbor. Why not? Oh, how's it going, neighbor?
Hola, man.
Astralis.
Hey.
Can I ask you a couple of questions for YouTube?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Are you guys against animal abuse?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm against animal abuse as well. Yeah.
If somebody was like stabbing a dog in the neck right here, what would you think about that action?
Well, that would not be good, obviously.
What if they said, "Well, I just want to eat the dog"?
Still not good. And I've been in a lot of countries where they eat dog, and
You guys eat animals, or you guys are vegan?
no, we eat animals. But
You think it's morally problematic to just stab others to death and eat them, or you
your
think
intent.
same intent as the guy like stabbing the dog to eat him?
If that was his only choice, then yeah.
No, not the only. Sure, he could go to the store and buy like an apple or whatever the fuck he wanted
Has
to.
no
But
money. So to give you a little background, I travel the world, so I've been to a lot of countries that eat dogs, they eat cats, they eat all kinds of stuff that isn't on the American menu,
yeah.
and bugs and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, but in the hypothetical question, there's other options. He can literally go to Pueblo supermarket right there, but he's choosing to stab the dog in the neck to eat
I
it.
wouldn't think it's right. I wouldn't think it's right. Me, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm not from Puerto Rico. I'm not from this island. I'm from Ohio. Where I'm from, we don't get into other people's business. If he's over killing something with a knife like that, I don't think it's right. In front of what's going on right here, we have a lot of tourists and kids and stuff like that. It probably wouldn't be right. I probably wouldn't say nothing to him, but I don't think it's right. I do eat animals. I don't kill them myself though. I probably wouldn't be able to do that. This is the way I was born though. The way I was raised, I was eating birds and shit, and I don't eat dogs though. So they're domesticated where I'm from, so I don't think that's right.
Anything you wanted to say?
This question, I recognize what your intent is. What is the purpose of the canine teeth in humans if it's
It
not?
doesn't really matter. Like, we can survive and be healthy without exploiting others. It doesn't matter if
100%.
it doesn't matter if the purpose is to eat kids. If we can eat something else, just eat something else.
Sure.
Right?
They have come a long way in the as far as the vegan menus. I know 20 years ago, you had to take supplements to be able to be vegan because you weren't getting the nutrition that was necessary to be able to provide for your body and sustain life. They've come a long way in that. And even myself, like I enjoy a vegan burger. I'm nothing
Let
against.
me ask you this, man. Like, let's say they were selling human meat here in the store, and they were
That's in Cambodia.
the same exact thing we're doing to animals. They were doing to human children, and they were selling sandwiches out of human children. Would you say it would be morally wrong to give your money to those products to buy them?
There's a difference between a human that's a sentient being versus an animal that's a wild being.
Define sentience.
Intelligence, the ability to think rationally and make decisions based on variables that change.
Not the definition of sentience.
And what is sentient?
Sentience just means having a capacity to have subjective experiences. Animals are sentient.
Okay.
What about plants?
Can you get closer to the mic? Sorry.
Are plants sentient?
Plants are not sentient. They don't have a central nervous system. It seems to be the case that sentience emerges out of
Aren't
brains.
they alive though? Don't they eat from photosynthesis?
They are alive, but they're not
So that's
sentient.
like eating an animal as well, right?
So, in regards to that
Everything is
question,
living, right? Everything is living. They just don't. We don't like just eat shit like this. We eating something that's alive. Plants are alive until we kill it.
alive but not sentient. It's fine to
It's still
kill things that are
I
not.
don't care about that. I care about if it's alive versus not. If it's alive, then I'll eat like a plant. A plant is alive, so that's almost the same as.
Oh, really? So if you had two options right here, grab an apple and eat it, or stab a dog in the neck, it's the same thing.
I'm going to eat. I mean, if
The apple is not sentient.
for your food, no, I'm going to eat the apple because it's quicker for me to eat. If that was made,
Let's say it was
made, I would've ate that.
equally as quick. Equally as quick to grab the apple and eat it, stab the dog and turn it into a sandwich.
I wouldn't stab an animal to eat it. I would eat an animal, but I wouldn't
Because
stab.
the apple is not sentient, the dog is sentient.
No, that's not why I would
But
do it.
either way, in regards to the hypothetical that I asked, like if they were selling human meat right here, would you consider it unethical to purchase that human meat?
No, I would not. I would consider it unethical to purchase human meat, obviously. And that's a pretty obvious question.
I'm glad we have common ground there. Then
Yeah.
the question that arises out of that is what's different then between us and them
So what is
that justifies.
different? Okay, so
But I haven't finished my question.
Minion,
well, I want to give you a counter argument.
But I'm in the middle of my question. Can I finish my question? So this is the question.
we have the minion over beaches.
So one at a time, right? One I'm gonna ask him and then you. So what's different morally between us and animals that justifies holocausting animals for sandwiches but not humans?
The level, sure, man. The level of intelligence and what the purpose of the creature is. The same thing as asking a lion, why does a lion eat a sheep? You know, a lion and a sheep are both sentient beings.
Okay,
Why-
we can go there in a second, but like you named two traits. You named the level of intelligence. You named the purpose of the creature.
Yeah, the
Let me
purpose of-
let me seek some clarity. What the hell do you mean by purpose of the creature? I don't know what you mean by that.
Some animals, just how do you explain it? The circle of life, the food chain. Some animals are prey, some animals are predators, and there is a chain that goes from top to bottom, all the way down to the smallest of bugs. And the top is, we are not the top of the food chain. We're the top of the food chain because we have weapons. If we didn't have weapons, we would be pretty far down the food chain of what would be eating us.
So
versus
by
us
the
eating them.
purpose of the animals, I just want to know exactly what you mean. You just mean like we have historically eaten them? Is that what you mean?
I mean, I'm not a super religious person, but in my own beliefs, everything is put on a planet for a reason. Some things their purpose is to be a food. Some things its purpose is to be something else. Back in the eons ago,
Who decides that?
evolution. We were far down the evolutionary train. It wasn't us eating lions, it was lions eating us. That's the way it worked back in the old days. We developed weapons, we developed higher level of intelligence and the ability to use weapons. We climbed that rung and now we are the top of the food chain.
I understand now I understand now the traits that you named. So level of intelligence and purpose of the creature. I understand what you mean by it. So this is the hypothetical that I'm posing to you. Let's say we found a group of mentally challenged humans. They were mentally disabled, and to whatever degree they had rationality was to the same degree that farm animals have. There's humans like that, like little babies, for example, mentally disabled, people. Let's say we line them all up, and scientists told you, you know what? Evolutionarily, we used to eat these people. It's hypothetically true that we used to eat them. We used to commit cannibalism with them since the beginning of history.
The oldest and the weakest fall to the back of the pack.
Let's say those two things were true. We lined up all the mentally disabled humans, right? And it was true that we used to eat them in the past. They were part of our food chain. Would you be okay with today having other alternatives, just lining them up and stabbing them in the neck for sandwiches?
Obviously not.
Just contradict yourself. You understand how you're just going to commit a contradiction?
The contradiction is you're comparing only the humans, which we have an emotional connection to,
No,
as
but
opposed to thousands of different animals.
one thing at a time. You understand how you committed a contradiction?
Yeah, the same way you just did.
I committed a contradiction?
Yeah, you're trying to sway your argument to fit your narrative as opposed to listening to an open conversation.
What I'm doing is exploring the logical consequences of your position. I asked you, what makes it okay to stab them to death, but not humans? You said level of intelligence and their purpose. I asked for clarity. By purpose, you meant, they're part of the food chain.
Wasn't put on the earth to be eaten.
In a hypothetical question where we had humans that had that purpose in the hypothetical and they were mentally disabled, you would still be against eating them. So that's a contradiction right there. Why would it be wrong to eat those humans?
Well, because you're putting it as a hypothetical. In reality, you're not going to do that.
What do you mean?
Humans
I'm
were
talking
not
about the hypothetical, not about reality. I'm exploring the logical
you're using
entailments
a
of your position.
hypothetical to try to support a narrative that I am giving you an alternate perspective.
Do you understand why I'm asking you hypothetical questions, or you don't?
Because you're trying to create a video to be able to
No.
get that.
I can tell you right now why I'm asking the hypothetical questions.
Go ahead.
Is to explore the logical entailments of your position. So if your position is it's okay to murder anything that has a certain level of intelligence, and the purpose is for us to eat them, you define what you mean by that, then the logical entailment of that is that if we found humans that had that same level of intelligence and they were part of the food chain, you would have to be okay with eating them, but you're not.
And I have to personally agree with it, just like I don't personally agree that being vegan is what the human body was intended to be, but I don't have an issue with people that are. You make your own choices. I was actually talking to a lady last weekend down here who's a vegan. I went to get her a drink and I was like, "Oh, pina colada has got coconut milk in it." Asked the guy, "Is this okay?" He's like, "No, that's not good." It's like, "Okay, let's go lemonade." People have their own choices, and being able to respect other people's choices.
What do you think? What do you think are the choices of the animal? You think they want to be oppressed and holocausted?
Do you think?
No, but please answer my question. You said we.
No,
you
just
said
like I don't want to
you
have
said
to work for a living.
you said no. 1 second. You said we have to respect other people's opinions. What about the opinions of the animals? You think they would rather be oppressed and holocausted or not?
I want to give you an example.
Can you answer the question I just asked?
Well, I'm gonna answer with an example.
What question did I just ask?
You were asking why doesn't the voice of the animal matter?
I didn't ask that.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question again, so I'll make sure I'm clear.
So I asked, what do you think animal would rather have, you know?
What do I think the right? Okay,
Yeah.
I did understand it correctly. I just
Do you
didn't always
think
right.
do you think they would rather be oppressed and holocausted or not? Right?
I think some animals, and you're going to take this the wrong way, but I'm going to say it anyway, and I'm going to give an example why. Some animals are too stupid to know better, and the example.
Some humans are too, and you're against doing that to humans.
See, that's
So
what-
let me give you an
let me
example here.
interject with that because I feel like he said earlier, he's been in different countries already. So I don't know if it's a religion thing or just a human nature, but other countries eat humans though. I'm from the United States, so I don't think it's cool. But somebody else, maybe in a different religion or a different country, may think it's okay.
Would you stop it if you could?
Yeah.
If you could snap your fingers and stop the human trafficking for
Yes, I would.
human meat,
Yes, no
perfect.
problem.
We have common ground there, so we don't need to speak about that.
What I was saying about with his food though, but where he was going with that, you're trying to like use animals as an example, right? Where other countries eat people too as well, which is like it's legal there. But we were born in the United States, so we just think it's bad, and I know it's bad or whatever because I don't want to eat a human though. But some people may not think that's bad though in other
I don't
countries.
see the relevance, right? Some people don't think raping women is bad.
Right.
Like, who cares? I think it's bad. But
So that is your American culture, and that's
Yeah, but I'm exploring your values.
Talk for give me 90 seconds. I just explain this here. So I've been to 42 countries in the last 4 years. I've been to some countries I really disagree with their morals. I disagree with their religions, but I take their faith, their cultures at what it is because I'm a guest in their country. The good example: I go to Oman, I went to Qatar, I went to Dubai. I don't agree with the Muslim religion, but I can see the people are happy. They're morally a family unit, but there's things about their religion I do not like. I've been to Vietnam and Cambodia. Dog is a regular item in Vietnam on the menu. To us, it's a pet. To them, it's a food.
And the relevance of this is what?
Go to India. Cows are sacred there. You go to Burger King and you get your Big Mac is made out of goat meat.
I don't understand the relevance.
Then you let me
Get to
finish.
the
Maybe
point.
you will. Now you go to Nepal. We were in Nepal and they have barbecue stations set up with crates of bunnies and chickens sitting there. To me, a bunny is a pet. A bunny's not a food. That's where it falls in my mental mind of what's a pet and what's a food. To them, both of them are food, as well as pigeons.
Okay.
So you go in
There's
and
no relevance to this.
order a chicken.
You're just
Yeah, it is.
going
It
on
doesn't agree with your
endlessly.
narrative, so
You're just
you're not gonna
rambling.
interrupt me.
You're just rambling right now. There's no point to any of what you're saying right now.
What I'm trying to explain to you, if you would listen long enough to hear.
What is it?
So you're sitting there, you have a barbecue and you have crates of chickens, and there's chickens out in front of the barbecue on their own free will, can run away at any time. And you order a chicken, it costs $2 for a whole chicken in Nepal. They reach down, they pick up the chicken, they cut its head off, they do all their work to it, and they cook you a chicken.
Okay, so you're just rambling right
That
now.
chicken-
So
that
let me
chicken watch the other chicken get killed, and he sits right there and continues to eat.
let's talk about this right now
So
because
that is a dumb animal.
you're not going anywhere with
It's
this.
a real one.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we are going.
so my friend, you have different attitudes. You think it's
I'm
wrong.
not going to argue with somebody who doesn't. I'm not going to argue.
You
with
think
I'm
it's-
here to have fun?
Animals don't want to be stabbed to death. Just stop abusing animals.
No, we're
Yeah,
eating.
so good.
Nobody's abusing animals.
You pay for it. You pay for animals.
He discriminates animals based on species because he said that bunnies he sees them as a pet.
Can't talk.
A bunny is a pet.
Se ve
A chicken
bien el
is
video,
food.
patrón.
A bunny is pet. A chicken is food.
Yeah, it's not their
He's my friend. You're food for me. That would be
just because I don't. Yeah, because you don't know me, so it's
no,
food.
no,
I'm
no.
food.
I
Or
don't know you, but you're not.
Yeah.
No one here is food
that,
for anyone.
That guy ran away. That's my neighbor, by the way. He ran away from my line of questioning.
And actually,
I'm
I
gonna
agree,
ask
man.
you the question I was gonna ask him.
Okay.
Okay. So, you said that if they were selling human meat at the store, you would consider it unethical to go and purchase it.
Yeah.
But you could currently pay for animal products.
Yeah, because
I haven't asked my question yet.
Okay.
So the question is, what's different between us and those animals that makes it okay to stab them to death, but not humans?
I wouldn't say it's okay, but I would go off of what my family has been doing for generations, not no one else. When I was raised and how I was taught, this is what we eat. I'm not from another country where we kill our own animals or kill humans and shit like that. I don't think it's okay. It's a good question though, but I feel like the difference is that I was raised on eating this. I wasn't raised on eating
I
humans.
understand.
That's the only thing different.
Can I ask you something about that? Because you said you would go off to whatever your family raised you doing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So if you happen to discover right now, you actually find some records that
About
suggest
eating human.
no that your family they actually kept slaves and they had slaves, and you said I'm gonna do whatever my family did. So would you now just go ahead and
That's how it happens, right?
enslave people?
That's how it happens, right? No, I wouldn't do that because the person who I am right now, if you asked, you said if I found out. No, because the person who I became is already who I am. So if I would have been like if I was been raised into that, maybe I probably would have had people enslaved, but I wasn't raised like that. So me at a later age, I wouldn't do that because that wasn't something I was accustomed to as a child. So
I don't understand the relevance then, because you said
asked me a question.
you said I would go off to whatever my family.
no, that's because I was born into it. I was born eating this. I didn't born eating human meat. So I wouldn't try human meat now because that's some shit that's
I understand. I understand.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So if you could look at a parallel universe, let's say you could look at a parallel universe.
Okay, here, buddy.
Yeah. So you could like through a crystal ball, you could see a parallel universe where you exist in another reality. That everything else is equal in that reality.
Yeah.
But in that reality, your family did slavery and they raised you doing slavery.
All this. Keep rolling. I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Are you gonna dodge the question that I'm about to ask?
Because I'm gonna.
Wait, I wasn't finished.
I'm not hearing, bro. Look,
Well, I didn't finish answering my question. If you want to dodge my question, I can leave.
I don't want to dodge your question, but I want to keep it real with you right now. I want to keep it real. Honestly,
Can I finish the question?
I'm about to help you out.
Can I please finish the question? Let me please finish it. You're looking through a crystal ball at a parallel universe. You see yourself in another reality where everything is equal, except that your family raised you committing slavery. And in that reality, you do slavery. You see that reality. Would you rather he stop doing slavery or continue doing slavery?
I'm doing it. And the answer to all the other
Exactly. So why Holocaust animals? Why Holocaust animals?
That's all I want to ask. All right? That's why I said fuck all this. Because look, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I do agree. I don't agree with killing animals. Period. I don't. I've been eating food because that's what I was accustomed to since I was a kid. I've been eating meat.
Same here.
So I've been eating that right. So now I'm in the process actually to the last probably year or so trying to get rid of stop eating meat because I know it's bad for you. It's sluggish, red meat, all that. That's just me. I don't kill an animal. I don't try to. I don't own butcher shops. I don't do none of that. I just eat what we are accustomed to or what I was born eating. Like a baby's born putting titty in his mouth or milk or something like that, they're gonna know that's what they want because that's what they was given to. So when I was born to go to Kroger, go get to the meat department, go to the market and go do all that. I wasn't taught to go to the beach and go stab a motherfucker. They go try and then take him back and put him in a freezer and gut him, hang him upside down. Wasn't taught like that. What I was taught was to eat food. But the reason why now I do like animals. I'm not gonna just lie and say that's the reason why I do want to stop eating meat. The reason why I do want to stop is because I don't feel like it's good for our bodies.
Well, it's kind of a selfish reason. You think it's good for them to be stabbed to death?
It may not be. It's a lot.
Please listen to my question.
I can't change
Please listen to my question. Do you think it's good for them to be stabbed to death?
No, I don't.
Of course not, right? Then why not go vegan for them? Because you have two options right now. You can blindly follow your tradition, whatever your mom and daddy told you to do, or you can just go vegan and stop holocausting animals.
But that's your religion or your belief.
No, my friend, you have that choice right now.
Right, but I'm saying this: the way you feel about animals may not be the way somebody else feel about animals. Like you
So let's
care
talk about
animals. I might.
Let's talk about
be a person that don't care.
Let's talk about it.
Can't, like try to persuade everybody how you feel.
I'm not trying to persuade you.
Get everybody knowledge what you fighting back with.
I'm trying to understand your position.
People. No, you're trying to persuade people. Your argument when you get somebody's opinion about something, then you're trying to persuade. That's why the guy put the camera on him. That's why the guy walked away. Because
I'm trying to understand your position. He was dodging my question.
No, he was not. You're trying to be too persuasive about the narrative that you're trying to put. So look.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
The reason why I eat animals was because I was born eating animals. The reason why
I don't care about that. Let me ask you this.
I don't think it's right.
Let me ask you this,
I don't
my
think
friend.
it's right just to kill.
Let's say
if there was a sheep right here, I would not come over.
No, I understand. Please listen. We have a little human right here, a little baby. You think it's bad to stab it in the neck, okay? But you don't think it's bad to stab the pig?
In front of her.
The who?
The pig.
Which is
I wouldn't stab the pig, but for somebody else,
You pay for it, right? You pay for bacon and all that stuff.
set.
So let's
I mean,
let's phrase it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's phrase it like this. No, excuse me.
You're right.
Excuse me, my friend. Please, bro.
I feel like yes.
Calm down, my friend.
I'm calm.
Let me ask you this. You think it's wrong to pay? You think it's wrong to pay for kids to be stabbed? You already said yes.
Yes.
But you don't think you're not vegan, so you pay for pigs to be stabbed. So what's different between the pigs and the
Exploiting, not
humans?
just eating.
that
There's
makes-
no difference. There's no difference. Like everybody is a person at the end of the day. So that's why I was saying, like, answer a question to be like humanly fucking human, like it's not right. Kill anything.
Well, see, you were saying earlier that I'm trying to impose my values on you.
No, but
You have that
no.
value as well. You think it's wrong to enslave
I
animals?
tell you why I did it. Now you're like, oh, where you gonna go? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. When I leave from this motherfucker right now, I'm gonna go kill something that got killed. I'm gonna eat something that got killed. Whatever it was.
Answer
I'm
this.
in the process.
One more question.
I want to stop though.
One more question. This, if you
Yeah, I've been told you that though.
let me ask you this. Like if you had to put a number on it, how many more animals you want tortured and killed in your name? If you had to put a number.
In my name, there's none been killed in my name.
Well, you purchase it,
That's
right?
not killing my name because I want the one that killed.
Do you understand supply and demand?
Okay, so first of all, I'm from America where
Do you understand supply and demand?
Where they make
Do you
GMO
understand supply and demand?
I'm
Do
from
you
America.
understand supply and demand?
GMO,
Do you understand supply and demand?
GMO, genetically modified.
What does it matter
Supply
to
and
the
demand.
victim?
Do you understand supply and demand?
Create a whole. I can create.
Are you dodging my question, bro?
Because you're not. I already told you what.
Do you understand supply and demand?
What does GMO have to do with the victim? Why
A lot
the
of
victim?
You're so red, Harry. See, red.
The victim doesn't care about GMO or non-GMO. It doesn't
My
matter.
friend, do you understand supply and demand?
It's their
Yes, I do.
body, not your
What is it?
choice.
It's supply. All these people I got need. So basically, what you're saying is,
What does supply and
all
demand
these
mean?
People, we're going to be killing more animals because there's more people.
You're pouring your money into it. You're financing the industry.
So that's what you sound to say that it died because I bought it.
You see it in the analogous human case.
if I don't
Bro,
buy it,
why do you
somebody's gonna
always
do it
interrupt me? Always.
Because I can't.
Without
Ask me a question,
without
bro.
exception.
I
Without
already
exception.
accepted what the fuck you told me already.
Well, my friend.
No, go
if
ahead,
you,
bro.
if
Cool. I don't wanna
you
ask
said
questions.
you said it
Off,
would.
bro. You pissed me off, bro. I ain't gonna
Excuse
lie to you. No, excuse me. You're pissing me off, bro. I don't want to ask no more questions, bro.
The animals don't want to be killed.
Fuck the animals now. At this
Oh,
point.
fuck the animals. Okay, we got it and say fuck the animals.
Why fuck
What
the
a
animals?
selfish
Can
piece
I
of
ask
shit.
you why?
Let's keep
Why
walking.
that?
Because you've been here.
Let's keep walking, you guys. It's waste of time.
You're a speciesist.
Waste of time. Waste
You
of time.
discriminate animals based on species. Like you said fuck animals. You literally right now just said fuck animals. That's discrimination based on species. Discrimination based on species.
I mean, I understand.
You think stabbing animals to death is acceptable?
It doesn't matter what
Why
I
is it
think.
that crazy?
Answer the question. You think it's
You're
acceptable?
discriminating animals based on
I think
species.
it's weird to murder animals. I think it's weirder to murder animals.
For that, though. That's
As
it.
long as you're not
This
This is
vegan,
the
you're
place for this called
disagreeing, and
activism.
you're
It's a free
victimizing.
society. We have freedom.
You're being a species. You're discriminating. You don't want to be discriminated as a black person.
Bye bye.
You don't want to be discriminated as a black person, but you're okay with discriminating others based on a different
If I
species.
say fuck the animals, what's that going to change? If I say I love the animals, it's not going to change nothing right
You're financing the industry, buddy.
Bye, thank
You're
you.
financing an industry that Holocaust animals. Stop financing the Holocaust.
now.
Watch this documentary.
Quit talking to me, bro. Smack the shit.
Watch
Stop
it.
financing the Holocaust. Yes, smack me on camera.
I will.
Smack me. Do it. Do
The
it.
animals don't want to be exploited.
Get in legal
They're
trouble
victimized by
right now.
you
Yeah.
every day you're not vegan.
Stop
Okay, I'm
financing
not
the
talking
animal
about
Holocaust, buddy.
you.
Anyway,
Don't
let's
be
keep
a
walking.
hypocrite.
Well, that's the level of intelligence of these people. It's another day at this beautiful
Yeah.
dystopian place.
Why dystopian and not
Dystopian.
with a V? We have a little special one for us for
Oh man,
people
why can't
who
we
are
just
against
find somebody
exploiting.
reasonable right now?
Because humans are shit. Fuck humans. Like he said fuck animals, but I would say fuck the animal that's of
Y'all
human
are doing
species.
it wrong. Be more polite. How about you just go fuck yourself? I am not interested in being polite. That guy was constantly interrupting me. I don't give a shit. I do activism however I see fit. If you don't like my method of activism, you can go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of my channel. Yeah, I'm just gonna be very polite with animal abusers. Yeah, you know what? Keep abusing animals if you want. I'm trying to be maximally polite. Do whatever you want. Don't change. Yes, that's not even activism at that point. Well, let's see.
By the way, I didn't know.
What?
I didn't know which neighbor you were talking about. I know we're already acquainted.
Who?
The neighbor, your neighbor.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I'm already acquainted with him.
Dude, what do you think of me just
But
destroying the bridge with that neighbor?
Because I talked to him earlier and I saw him at the specific place, and he's a fellow guitarist, but actually I don't give a fuck anymore. I thought it would have been cool to kind of play guitar with him because he recently got back to playing guitar and I think he got a new guitar or something. I'm done. I'm not gonna do anything with that piece of shit. Humans, supremacy. Just because you're sending so many chemistry. She literally said the word sentient. He didn't exactly know what it meant. And he was saying basically a human form. But then they asked if plants are sentient.
Dude, he
But
didn't even.
animals are not sentient, but plants.
I asked him what does sentience mean. He says intelligence or something like that. What the
So
fuck?
their kid, who I was actually trying to avoid not filming, the baby girl, uh, if she was not as intelligent as he's claiming that, then she's not sentient then. Or if someone killed the same thing he said with the chickens, one chicken.
Let me talk to these guys right here.
Be killed.
Ah, by the way, turn your mic off if I talk to them. Yeah. So, ask you some questions for YouTube. Hell yeah, man. How are you guys doing today?
Todo bien?
Good. Good. You speak English?
Yes, we do.
You guys against animal abuse?
Yeah, sure.
Like if somebody was out here just kicking dogs in the face, what would you think about that?
I like that. No bueno. Yeah.
Yeah. What if he stabs the dog and his excuse is I just want to eat it?
Yeah.
Good enough excuse?
No.
No.
You guys eat animals or you vegan or what?
I eat animals.
Yes, we
You think it's morally problematic to just stab others to death and eat them, or you think it's no problem with that?
I mean,
of your own kind. I'm
you
not
talking
for
about
it.
Talking about stabbing animals,
talking
do
about
you think
eating-
it's morally problematic to stab animals to death or not?
I think if you kill the meat that you eat,
Yeah.
it's more morally responsible than picking up food from the grocery store for sure.
Okay. If somebody just had a gun and shot a kid here, well, he's not going to the store, he's killing his own food, right? You see no moral issue with that? He just goes around shooting kids?
I said that the same kind.
One at a time. I'm asking, you can go to you.
Yeah, the same kind is not what I said.
Because we eat meat.
I'm not upset, but they are. Animals. Show them the documentary, Lliguer. My friend, show them the documentary.
No, listen, you don't, I understand, like, there's a very big problem with, like, the way agriculture is industrialized and the way that
I'm not interested in talking about that. I just want to
You just want to talk shit.
No, I want to get to the bottom of your values.
Cool, brother. You have a good day.
Well, you think it's bad? You think it's bad to shoot?
There's no, like, point.
We're not eating other humans.
Right.
Exactly. So my question is,
not the same.
what's different morally between killing humans and killing animals that justifies one but not the other? What's just different?
You would eat one for sustenance.
You don't. You can be vegan.
It's
It's fine.
You could be vegan.
Exactly. So you don't need it.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, we have evolved as species at some point needing it for sustenance.
So what's the answer to the question I asked you, my
You just
friend?
don't care if it doesn't align with what your answer is, correct?
I do care, but it's irrelevant to the conversation.
You don't need.
Because I asked you.
Morally responsible. If you kill the food you eat, I think that's way better
You
than
think-
just picking up on.
You think it's wrong to stab a human to death, but not an animal? What's different that justifies to stab one but not the other?
Correct. Well, if it's done in a more ethical manner, they're not experiencing as much pain.
So if we do that painlessly to children out here, you wouldn't
I
care.
said that within
humanity, human to human, is not the same
By
discussion.
human, you just mean Homo sapiens or something else?
Human to human, it's not the same thing, which is what I just said. So this is a different discussion.
By human, you just mean Homo sapiens, or what do you mean exactly?
Sure.
Okay, so if we tested his DNA, it turned out he's not a Homo sapiens. Would it be okay to stab him to death?
You're getting a little specific now.
Can you answer my question?
I'm not really interested in answering that question because I just said
It's a yes or no question.
I said human to human. You wanted to specify Homo sapiens. You're trying
What do you mean by human? What do you mean by it?
man, woman.
What do you mean by that?
Okay. It's
In
okay.
biology, humans are known as a species, right? It's Homo sapiens. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so if we tested his DNA, it turns out he's not a Homo sapiens.
This hypothetical
The question is,
situation is
please let me ask you the question. It's not. It's a logical extension of your own position.
you are interviewing me, so I don't need to respond.
Yes or no, my
You're
friend?
talking.
It's a yes or no question.
I
Would it be ethical to stab him to death if
He
he's not a
looks
Homo
like a
sapien?
human. He talks like a human. Therefore, to me, I wouldn't do it.
You said that humans are Homo sapiens.
Correct. And he
If
looks like a human. He talks like a human.
And he
To
can
me,
be.
he's a human.
It could be that he's another type of
He's an
hominid.
alien. Like, what do you want me to say?
If he's an alien, right? Let's go there. If he's an alien, would it be okay
If
to
he's an
stab
alien,
him?
I wouldn't be killing aliens. I'm trying to interact with the other universe. So
And then why the fuck kill innocent animals, my friend?
I just explained where I think it's appropriate, and I think it's more morally
You
responsible
said
to
because
do.
it's wrong. You said it's wrong to kill your own kind.
No, I said yes, of course.
Yeah. But in a hypothetical situation where he's not our own kind, you would still be against killing him. You just contradicted yourself.
I said that if he talks like a human and looks like a human, I'm not gonna join you in that manner. Like I just
So
explained
let's
it.
say this. Let's say he had whatever mind he has, right? Can you listen to my question? So let's say he just had a disguise on. He took the disguise. He looks nothing like us, and he doesn't talk like us.
Your hypothetical
Please
are irrelevant.
listen to my question.
Thank you.
What a fucking pussy. He's question dodging.
There's no point there.
He's question dodger.
I'm not a question.
Why is it okay to Holocaust innocent creatures?
It's okay to Holocaust innocent creatures.
Why is it
I wanna hear
why is it okay to Holocaust
Okay,
innocent?
it's okay to do it. Yeah, there you go. Is that what you want to hear?
It's okay to Holocaust innocent creatures.
That's what you wanted to hear, right?
To hear something specifically.
You are. You're not trying to have a conversation. You came out here thinking like, oh, I'm going to dunk on these guys because they're morally inferior to me.
We're trying to-
Congratulations, I'm morally inferior to you.
We're trying
I'm a
to
bad
defend
person.
your
I eat
victims.
animals.
We're trying
I'm going to
to
continue to
defend
eat
your
animals
victims.
every day of my life.
We're trying to defend
Why the fuck do that?
Because I want to.
Also, if you wanted to rape kids, you would do that too.
Jesus Christ, brother. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
If he
Like,
wants to. If he wants to. If he wanted to rape kids, let's rape kids.
are you going to stop me? If you tried to rape a kid in front of me, I'm just going to tell you now. If you tried to rape a kid in front of me, I would murder you.
You know what we sexually? Do you know that we sexually exploit these animals?
I just told you something, right? I just told you.
In factory farms, we sexually exploit these animals.
Are you going to do something to stop me from eating meat?
What's different?
Are you going to do something to stop me from eating meat?
Well, I'm trying to reason with you, but you.
No, you're not. You're not
You
trying
can't
to
reason.
not.
You
You're
called me
calling
fucking
me-
like
yes.
you basically
Yeah.
made me equivalent to a
You're
rapist.
calling me words.
That's what you're
I
trying
was
to do.
calling-
Okay.
So I literally don't need to hear
Do
anything.
you understand? Do you understand that we sexually exploit these animals?
Do you understand?
Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand?
I'm yelling at you.
Do you understand?
You guys have a good
Do
day.
you understand that we sexually exploit these animals in this industry?
Take a step back. Stop.
Do you understand?
I want to be.
Stop
Okay.
doing this.
It's my choice.
It's wrong to rape kids, right?
Oh my God, brother! Like, what are you doing?
It's wrong to rape kids,
Are you gonna follow me into my apartment?
but it's not wrong
Are you gonna
to
follow me
murder
into my
animals.
apartment? Are you gonna follow me into my apartment?
What's different between us and animals that makes it okay to rape animals but not kids?
You're welcome to continue like. talking.
Hey, run away, pussy,
If you don't want to keep,
run away, pussy.
don't listen to us. Just watch the documentary. Don't be a hypocrite.
Well,
Fucking
another day, another pair of human supremacists. Gigliardo says answering human in response to entities, question begging, and circular reasoning. Well, not really, right? It is a trait that you can provide because the question is, what's the trait true of animals that, if true of humans, would justify killing humans? And the trait is just they're not humans. It's just a stupid trait because it's gonna get you in like really stupid reductios, like holocausting Guillermo if he happens to not have human DNA.
he was so lame because he was like trying to.
Bro, why do you keep taking your mic off? Are you serious?
I'm basically not.
Oh my god, man. It's for these conversation that we're having right now that I want you to put it on. The fuck, man. Literally doesn't matter. Just leave it there, man. It's not
Yeah, but
affecting anybody.
when I talk, yeah.
You start. Dude,
Yeah,
look at
but
this. Look at this.
I
So
was
if
doing
I
that
press
and
this
it
button
didn't
right
work.
here, it stop it. It stops it. Right? Muted. Right? That's all.
Let me. How can you tell if it stopped?
It says it right here.
Well, how do I know if it stopped here?
You're not gonna know. You know it here.
I thought this. I
So
thought.
just
I
press this
thought the
button. No,
red,
no, no.
green red button would stop. Can you put it on me? I'll hold this.
Mic up. Can you listen? Are we audible? Yes and hello, hello.
Put it on me and I'll hold this. Okay, so it. Yeah. So the the black dude, he was just saying like, what's that word? It's kind of like I forget the word in English. Como cuando alguien como que no. Es como, what's that word?
Giuliardo says it's like saying entity between women and men that justifies harming women, and they say they are women. Well, that is a trade because you could ask them, well, if it's the case that they actually are trans and you don't know it, and they seem like a woman, but they are actually a man, a man. Is it okay to harm them then? Like, I mean, it is providing a trait.
Forgetting a word like kind of nonchalant. He was kind of being like nonchalant, and he was basically like asking, "Is that what you want to hear from me? Like, is that what you want me to say? You want to hear from me? Like, did I care or that I forgot what he was saying? It's been such. That's not a. That's not what I want you to. Actually, didn't even pay attention to what he actually said. I just, as always, annoyed. My hair is all.
What do you think? We keep walking, or we talk to these girls right here?
We can do a little bit more.
What about these women right here next to me?
Yeah.
Want me to try?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Hola. Hey, sorry to bother you. Can I ask you a few questions for YouTube? You down?
Yeah, you can ask me.
You? Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
That's for YouTube.
Okay.
It's about animal ethics.
All right.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Glad to hear. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you think animal abuse is wrong?
Is from
Wrong.
wrong? Oh yeah, definitely. I actually like get really sad. I see all like the TikToks about like animal abuse on my TikTok for you page. I get so sad. So I definitely do think it's like really wrong. I don't think animal abuse should like be anything or like even like considered a thing in this world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like animals should be like treated with care and treated like humans. You know, we should.
Yeah, you think that?
Yeah, like
Me too.
we shouldn't like try to, I guess with our resources, we need trees and stuff like that for, paper, houses, whatever, but also that's like animals' homes. We're, destroying rainforests, the Amazon and shit like that, even the ocean, and all these animals are getting displaced and dying out. And now, a lot of animals, especially today, like are going extinct, which is really sad.
What do you think about like those kinds of animals? What do you think about oppressing them and murdering them for things like meat, leather jackets, and shit like that? You think it's morally problematic, or you think it's fine?
See, it's like 50-50 for me because I was also a pescatarian or vegetarian for like over a year. So like because of that reason, like, killing pigs and cows, like I fully stopped eating like red meat.
From the victim's perspective,
From victims'
not
perspective,
from your own.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I would just say like I don't think like harming cows or pigs for like leather goods or anything like that is technically like
Food.
for food. Even that, like I feel like there's other, you know, ways we can get, you know, nutrients and food.
You're personally vegan, or you do pay for the animal holocaust?
I don't really eat red meat or meat till this day. Like I am not pescatarian anymore, but you know, here and there I'll eat a little bit of protein because I have to.
Is there anyone that you still eat?
Anyone that I still eat,
Any species of animal?
just chicken, really.
You eat chickens? Anybody else? Fish?
Fish, yeah.
You consume dairy products, eggs, stuff like that?
I don't like a lot
Mother's
of dairy
milk?
products. Not a lot of dairy products. I would
Why
say
related mother's milk?
milk. Even milk, I barely drink. I don't really like milk like that. I don't know. I'm kind of very much like away from all the animal cruelty stuff. You know, like I try my best to be good and also, you know, care about these animals. You know, these animals also, you know, they have feelings that are just as emotional as humans. So I think it's overall wrong that.
Would you see yourself occasionally paying for human meat the same way you pay for chicken meat?
No,
If they were like selling human meat and they were doing the same thing we do to chickens but to humans,
I don't.
would it be wrong to go and pay for that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's wrong either way, whether it's animals or, you know, humans. Like I get it, it's for life. You know, we do need to. You know,
You don't need to actually.
Really.
You can just be vegan.
That's true. That's true. But then
Plant-based diet.
that is true. But then also a lot of people, you know, sometimes their body can't sustain being vegan. That really.
Nah,
I mean,
that's not true.
That's a propaganda to get you to believe that you have to continue eating animals. That's
You
why
can
you
just
feel
take a look at the science, what the science suggests. You could take a look, for example, at a peer-reviewed statement of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. The conclusion that they reach is that plant-based diets not only are nutritionally adequate, they provide health benefits. We can just be vegan, right? So you said you wouldn't pay for human meat, and you said there's really no difference between humans and chickens that justifies doing that to chickens. Sounds like you're just vegan at heart.
Yeah.
Just how you just know how.
might be. I honestly might be. I mean, overall, like I don't really like eating meat. I personally don't, you know, like eating burgers or red meat. Like I don't even like eating steak and none of that. I don't like pork. You know, like I'll eat it here and there, but
So let me ask you something.
Is your mic on?
Yeah. So from your perspective, you think it's wrong. But let's say you don't think it's wrong. You think it's okay, which is 90 what 90 what's our percentage, like 3%.
No, I mean, I think most people are vegan at heart. You just haven't thought about it.
But let me say, let's say just 97% of people think that exploiting animals is okay. But let's just say that you thought it was okay, but that wouldn't matter really. Do you think your victim think it's okay to victimize them?
no, it's not okay.
No, right?
No.
Or let's say that others are victimizing me. Or actually, let's go you. You're the victim.
Okay.
They don't care about you. They think it's okay to victimize you. Do you think it's okay to be a victim?
No. I
Should
believe.
should they respect that choice that you have, your personal choice?
Yes.
Because you have a personal choice, desire, and others disrespecting you, your personal choice, then it's no longer a personal choice. Personal choices don't have victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, what it's trying to do is to get you to reflect on the point of view of the victims. They don't want to be
Yeah.
holocausted. And it sounds to me like you are vegan at heart. Just how in align your actions with your values. Like if you had to put a number on it, like right now, how many more animals you want tortured and killed in your name? If you had to put a number.
In my name, probably like at most one. That's it. At most.
Why even do that?
Why even do that?
Why not zero, right?
That one could be you.
Because listen, anything can happen. You know, you could say, "Oh, I want it to be zero," but then you know the universe could be like, "Well, this has happened." You know.
What if that one was you? And
What if that one
like
was
there
me?
were, instead of being 2, 3, 4, you're that one.
I'm that
Would
one.
you be okay that you're that one? And I said, I kind of, instead of me victimizing 0 humans, I want to just one victim, you.
But let's hear her reasoning for it. Why not just go vegan and choose zero? Why torture and kill even one person?
It's not even about torturing or like purposely torturing or killing one person. It's also like what I realized like throughout life is that, you know, you could try your hardest to prevent something from happening, but you can only do your part. So like I can do my part, you know, and say I'm not going to eat all these meats, which I have done, you know, but with what I had going on in my life, I had to start eating meat again for my health reasons, you know. So like I guess I could take supplements and stuff like that. Yes, there's alternatives, but at the same time, you know, you can't really prevent anything and everything from happening. It's not possible, which is, you know, the sad part of life. And that's what you have to
I don't
realize.
understand what you mean. Like you can just not violate the rights of others.
True.
Like,
Yeah,
how many humans have you murdered?
0.
Exactly.
Why
You,
not
you
one?
can live
Why not
without.
one? It can be one because you
You
can
can
do it
live
for your
without.
own human health. You
You
can
can
eat
live without
humans. You
murdering
can eat
humans,
one
right?
human for human health.
Yeah, vegans just live without murdering anyone,
Yeah.
and you can do that. Like, what are the health reasons? You don't mind me asking that? Like,
Um,
dr-
just cause like I started like getting what's it called, really lightheaded, and like my body wasn't properly taking care of itself because I also was an athlete, so I needed that extra protein, and I wasn't eating enough protein even with like my vegetarian or plant-based meats. You know, that wasn't enough protein to sustain my body and like all the harsh activities I was doing, you know, so I was more injury prone, more dizzy, lightheaded, you know, tired.
and how did you come to the conclusion that any of this was attributed to the plant-based diet?
It wasn't like all of it was because of the plant-based diet. It was just also I realized I wasn't getting enough of what I needed. And even with like my supplements or whatever, like yes, it helped, but it wasn't like exactly what I needed, especially when I went to the doctor. So even though I told my doctor no red meat, you know, here and there once in a while I'll have it just for the sake of my health, but I really try not to.
What is in there that you couldn't find elsewhere?
To be honest, I don't even remember because this was like 2 years ago. But you know, honestly, now today, there's a lot more supplements that have come out, especially for health. And ones
There's
that
high protein vegan foods.
yeah. Especially like now after I stopped being pescatarian, I realized too like there's a lot more options nowadays. It was a little bit harder 2 years ago for me to find options to eat, especially like when I was going out with friends and stuff like that. So it was a little bit rough to, you know, go out and eat, but you know, I sustained because, you know, I just couldn't like something about the meat kind of grossed me out. And then also like I told my mom, I was like, I want a pet pig, and I was like, I don't want to eat any pork if I'm gonna have a pet pig because that seems crazy. Like I have 2 guinea pigs. I know people eat guinea pigs, but I could never do that. You know, like I don't know. It's just all perspective, I think, and also a society
The
thing.
perspective that really matters is the victim,
Yeah.
not the
It
victimizer.
sounds like she's almost all there. She says like the right thing to do is to not murder anybody. That she would murder like like you said at least one, but like really
But
you if you could prevent murdering even one, you would,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's called being vegan.
Exactly. If I could prevent, you know, killing 0, that would be my goal. But if it
It can
happened,
be. It doesn't have to be 1 or 2 or any.
yeah, of course. But you know, life happens. You know, stuff happens.
Life
So
stops happening for them.
Yeah, like you know, I agree with you that life happens, shit happens, but that's never an excuse for us to just go and shoot up a school,
No,
right? And to murder humans. Then why
Would
take
you-
it up on them, right?
Yeah.
but also what I realized, it's a society thing. We, you know, what our society is based off of, it's so many years built up that like it's kind of hard to reverse it, you know? So it's like we can slowly try to, you know, advocate and, you know, spread awareness to a bunch of people, but it's hard to reverse damage that has been done
Well,
over
I
100
agree
years.
with you that it's gonna be hard to veganize the whole world, right? But
Yeah.
what we are advocating for is veganism as personal responsibility. We have the personal responsibility to
Personal
not pay
responsibility.
for others' Holocaust, even if the whole society was like like horrific. Let's say everybody was just raping kids, doing all this stuff. Are you gonna rape kids too? Right? Let's not
Just
do
one
that, right?
for your health, for your mental health, mental well-being. Just one victim.
Nah, I don't know. I think it really depends on like the type of it really comes down to the type of person you are, how you were grown up, your environment too plays a big factor, you know. I also like in people's culture, you know, eat halal food. They don't eat, you know, pork or red meat and stuff like that. You know, like there's definitely ways to incorporate, you know, putting a end to like, you know, animal abuse and, you know, killing animals for goods and food, because there are alternatives. And now that scientists and researchers are, you know, getting more you know, knowledge about people's bodies and, you know, new medicine coming out, that I think there will be, hopefully in a couple years, a decrease in, you know, the animal killings and stuff like
Hopefully,
that.
it starts, you know, with people like you. Right?
Yeah, hopefully.
It's gonna be one less person financing the Holocaust, right? The more vegans there are, it's just a supply and demand. Less animals are gonna be holocausted. Have you seen that, by the way?
Yes.
That documentary? What are you gonna say, sir?
I
But
think you should watch. I don't know if you have watched it, but you should watch it again.
watch it. Okay.
And you also-
Cause what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, like I think a lot of people think like, oh, like if you're vegan, you know, it's not gonna, you know, help your body or whatever. That's actually not true. Actually, a lot of plant-based food and vegan food has a lot of nutrients that like you don't get from, you know, your everyday food.
There's
know?
there's no animal. There's no ingredient that you need from animals that you can't get from plants, except maybe B12 because it doesn't come from animals.
Yeah.
Animals are supplements to B12. If you didn't know, I've actually seen a lot of messages from the animal agriculture propaganda business. It's a business. They're gonna lie to get you to continue to pay them.
Purchase.
That supposedly the source of B12 is a cow, a chicken, a pig, a turkey, a fish.
Yeah, I've heard it's like
They
all
don't
these different.
including omega-3. They don't make it. Fish don't make omega-3. That's not a nutrient that animals make.
No, that's all plant-based. Most of them are
Omega-3
medicine.
is made by algae. You can get an algae oil. You can even actually eat foods like plant foods.
Yeah.
Walnuts, chia seeds, hemp seeds.
Like-
And B12 is not from animal or plant origin. It's actually bacteria.
Yeah. No, and it's kind of crazy because, you know, people, I think like our whole world has been surrounded based off of like sugarcoating everything that we see, you know, and which is really unfortunate. And everyone feels the need to like pick a side, or like they can't be in the middle or have their own opinions. No, you can have your own opinions. You could do what you please. You know, people shouldn't really, you know, just listen or follow what other people are saying just because, oh, they might be a reliable source. You know, people need to really think for themselves, especially when it comes down to stuff like this, because in the, you know, years from now, we're going to start losing more animals are going to start going extinct, you know, and then our kids, our grandkids are never going to know what these animals are, and then going to ask us, oh, what's this animal, you know, because they're all extinct because we ruined our earth. We ruined it. And you know, it's only starting to go downhill unless people want to, you know, start like contributing and helping our planet, you know, and fixing the damage that we have done, you know.
Well, I have two more questions. I'll go. I'll leave you alone. So, have you heard about the Challenge 22? Okay. Well, you said that you have some health concerns and stuff. Challenge 22 is some people that can help you for free, and they give you a dietitian for 22 days. You don't need to do that. I didn't do that. He didn't do that. You don't need to, right? But if you don't know how the hell I'm gonna get all my protein I need and stuff, those people can help you for free for 22 days. You saw research that's out there, you know. And the other question is like, next time you go out shopping, are you gonna choose compassion or are you gonna choose to murder others for no reason?
Passion. I mean,
Based.
personally, I rather, you know, to not eat meat. I personally think plant-based food tastes better, in my opinion, and also it actually tastes like meat. You know, as someone who, you know, had both, it literally tastes like real meat. So I feel like when people are like, oh, like I'm not gonna try it, it's not gonna taste good. Please actually try it before you knock it, because it has a lot of benefits. You know, it's gonna be good for the overall, you know, animal society and planet. And then not only that, it's gonna have benefits for you as a person. You're gonna feel better about yourself, you know, for helping an animal, you know, not being killed one day at a time. You know, also help yourself. You feel good, you feel energized, rejuvenated. You know, I remember like when I was on my pescatarian diet, I felt rejuvenated. Like all my energy was back. I was less tired, less groggy. You know, so I definitely think, you know, it has its, you know, really good health benefits.
Yeah, based. I would watch that again so you remember what the victims are going through, even in the egg, dairy industry, the fish, all that stuff. It's horrific stuff, you know. Veganism is not a diet; it's a moral philosophy, right? And
It's a ethical principle
yeah,
against exploiting animals.
yeah. And Challenge 22. If you want a dietitian to help you out for free, you can go to Challenge 22. Anyway, thanks for your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Instead of
Hey, nice meeting you.
yeah. Instead of looking for excuses to not be vegan or like kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Instead of looking for excuses to not be vegan, just look for
Yellow
solutions.
girl on camera,
Like
please.
just be vegan now. Like animals are not like when are you gonna be vegan and stop exploiting me? I'm being exploited. Oh no, I'm dead. Or I someone ripped my flesh from me, my
Did
skin to
Jigger
make
listen to you
a skin
guys?
product. Uh, they're counting on you.
I don't know,
And
man. I'm doing activism out here. I don't feel comfortable just asking for a fucking Instagram right now.
We can only, you know, really communicate with them based off like their emotions and how they interact with us.
they have a voice. We're just shutting this out, or not necessarily this, but we're shutting our ears. We're shutting our hearts. We're not having compassion, empathy.
Animal Justice 21 has a nutritionist now. I see.
They're like, oh, it's not that serious, but like it is that.
It's actually, I would say, since it's I would say animals are the most victimized in history in planet Earth, on planet Earth.
Like,
Why? Because name me the number
Harry, is
one
there a way I can
human
reach out
victim
to you?
in
Sure, you can
history,
reach
like in
out
the
to me
world.
on my
Who are the most
Instagram.
victimized?
I have all my
Might be,
links
I think it might
right
be
here
the
in the description of this
LGBTQ
video.
community.
Just DM me on Instagram or
And
talk
put
to me on
all
my
those
Discord.
minorities of human and
My Discord server
LGBTQ,
is also linked.
it doesn't compare to animals. Like
it really doesn't.
Here,
like
go find other people, man.
humans might be here, animals might be like way over here.
It doesn't.
Like even people that ask for compassion for them for being
Jigger, you know, never stops.
I'm forgetting the word.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Marginalized group of victimized people.
Harry, can I get a picture of
They
you?
still victimize
Oh my
other
god,
groups.
man.
Just they're not human.
Maybe when I
That's
open
the
up the
reason for
OnlyFans, you know,
victimizing because they're not human, or they're like supposedly dumber.
if enough people
Or
are willing to pay for it. How's it going, Jan? Bro, I can't get my eyes off Jello with spots, girl. I feel you. You know, doing activism at the beach, it's not bad. Here, we gotta get up, man. Let's find one more person. Let's
got
go.
an animal.
Get easy, ladies. Nice meeting you. Come on, let's keep walking, buddy. I know you're an endless like activism machine where you gotta keep going. Fuck you, vegans. You're a bunch of insufferable dumb shits to walk this earth. Perish. Uh, well, the future is vegan, so you guys are the ones that are gonna perish very soon. I didn't know her. People are asking in the chat if you use mink or if it's vegan.
Oh, the lashes.
Yeah.
To be
honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
I think they're plastic though.
Okay.
I think they might be plastic.
You understand how it would be wrong if it's mink? You know?
Yeah.
But
No,
she
but
doesn't know.
no, but I'm pretty sure they're fake. They're not real.
Yeah, she say it's fox.
Yeah.
Wait, I always say it wrong. Have a good one, lady. How you pronounce it
What?
when it's fake? Faux.
Faux leather, faux
Faux.
mink, faux lashes.
My bad, bro. English is not my first language.
Mine either. But I just know things that Eddie often doesn't. I actually recently was watching your English conversation with Gus and Lauren. It was interesting.
Ari,
Yeah,
do you want true forever love that lasts? Sure, I can take that. The future isn't vegan. Keep dreaming, loser. Well, it is, buddy. You know,
I was actually telling that.
lab grown meat is being developed as we speak. The meat industry's days are counted. You're fucked, buddy. You are so fucking cooked. Future is vegan. It's not even gonna be up to us activists to veganize the future. Well, we play a role in it. But the technologies are around the corner, buddy. You are so fucked. So handsome and beautiful. Thank you.
The
They're calling
beach,
us.
is the beach like beautiful? It is. I don't know if you caught the sunset. It's pretty darn gorgeous.
All right, I think one more person, Jigger.
Possibly. There's not as much light.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
I think this last one was our probably the most effective conversation. But it was pretty sad. It was kind of maybe she seemed like maybe annoyed or something. She kind of like she went to sleep. Uh, but yeah, the moment that I told the first girl to watch the meeting again, and I said to the other girl, to you too, you watch it as well. Like I looked at her and we made like eye contact, and I said, you too as well.
Hello, fellas. They're saying the light is good on stream. Well, good to hear. Non-veganism is an existential emergency. I agree. Uh, the world might not be vegan, but lab meat will take over. Change will happen because of the environment, zoonotic diseases, etc. Eat pussy not animals. She was a japper. Who was the last girl I spoke to? Oh shit. Let's find one more person.
Am I pretty? Đẹp. Look at the moon. Look at the moon. Ah!
Yeah, a little bit. That's true. Like she was like in the end
You show
there.
it?
She was just rambling about how go choose vegan for all these reasons, environmental, health. Like it's
Yeah, that
perfect.
was.
This is the best thing you could do, but she's not even vegan.
Yeah, yeah.
Be who you want to be and live your life with that truth in yourselves.
Yeah, I told the last girl, I think it wasn't like recorded here, that she should stop looking for excuses and go with the solution, which is be vegan. And like, don't look for excuses to not be vegan, to continue not being vegan. Look for solutions to be vegan.
Oh man, like I want to talk to one more person, but it's so draining to have a whole ass conversation. Like, what's something quick that I can do? Just like just randomly call somebody an animal abuser and keep walking.
I don't think that's the most accurate.
I'm messing with you.
Oh, give me the phone. Give me the.
Like, try to record in a good angle that we're both in on camera.
Yeah, I have experience on holding this at a good length.
Hey, you're good at that, honestly.
Just extend your arm. Like, keep
Can
it
you see the shot from there?
a little bit. Scream any vegans? Nah.
Oh shit, I can't see from there.
To basically see, to basically hear, I'm only vegan. Like, I'm
Let me read that
vegetarian,
really quick.
sometimes vegan. We're not talking about you being vegetarian and sometimes
Scream any vegans out in the beach. Will you guys make some nice videos on OnlyFans? No, not me and him, man.
Oh.
If I get a, based vegan girlfriend, I guess. Where are you
It
both
doesn't
at?
have
We're
to.
in Puerto
It could be.
Rico.
It could be anything normal. It doesn't have to be that kind of video. Anything non-hetero. What was I gonna say?
Extend that arm, Lliguer.
It's gonna. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh,
That's so random. You just go up to people, any vegans in the fucking
oh
beach?
yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
What the fuck?
That instead of like just like screaming or something, just have a sign written, like handwritten sign. Maybe something like that, like any vegans
Let me
or
test
like
it out
looking
with those
for
people right there. I'm gonna test it out
with who?
with those people right there.
What are you gonna say?
Any vegans in the beach?
It's not gonna work like
Come
that.
here, Lliguer. God damn it. I was gonna talk to them, they left. I'm gonna do it right now, man. I'm gonna do it right now. Come here. I was gonna do it, but
It's not gonna work.
they're obviously not adults. So,
It's not gonna work. What's a joke?
dude, I'm just gonna do it, man. Just why not, right?
Wait, but you were gonna do what exactly?
You just go up to them and say, any
Eh,
vegans in the beach? And then when they say no, I say, I watched this documentary right here. You should be vegan.
or maybe like just say like, are any of you vegan
Why are you recording?
yourself? Like, fine.
Read the chat, man.
Um, upload the meaning to OF. That's not even. I don't think that's even possible. And Hunter string. Who's the top?
Yo, any vegans in the beach? Vegans? Yeah, vegan. Why abuse animals, man? Yeah, go vegan. If you're not vegan, you're an animal abuser. Yeah, watch this documentary right here, Dominion on YouTube. You're either vegan or an animal abuser. Go vegan. Hola. You vegan?
Vegan.
Yeah. Why abuse animals?
Abuse animals? I mean, I was raised into that culture, I guess. I mean, I'm into veganism.
Have you seen
Veggies.
Have you seen the sort of stuff we do to animals? This documentary right here shows you what we do to animals. Horrible stuff.
So you're vegan.
Yeah, of course. Why would I pay for animal abuse? 10 years ago. How old are you?
Old.
Yeah.
I'm 27.
Oh, it's not too late to be vegan. Do you think it's acceptable to just stab others to death and eat them?
No, no.
If there was a dog right here, somebody stabbed the dog with a knife. What do you think about that action?
I mean, culture-wise, I know like in Asia they do it, but
If they did it right here.
I mean that would not be common in Puerto Rico. That would be weird.
If it was made common and legal, would that make it okay?
No. For what's this for?
So you're just doing activism at the beach. You're defending them.
We're holding people accountable on their actions
Why are you recording though?
Oh, it's a live stream.
to get to more people, because more people need to watch
Live stream on what?
On YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube
Okay. Oh yeah. Go vegan.
and stop exploiting
You
animals.
actually believe that, or are you saying it?
I mean, I'm open to it. It's just a little bit.
I think the
hard.
animals want you to be vegan, and you should watch this documentary.
What do you think it's? Are you even recording? What do you think is harder for you to go vegan, or what they go through?
Oh my god! But why are you attacking people? I'm trying
Animals
to
are the
relax
victims.
myself.
The ones that are being attacked is them. Like we're not forcing any knife into your neck, but by not being vegan, you finance an industry that attacks them.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Why attack
Uh,
animals?
as non-vegans,
Do you
they're
do
being
this for
attacking. They're
life?
attacking the animals. Huh?
Do you do this for life?
What do you mean by that?
Like, do you please
It's
your
a.
work as well?
It's just a hobby. In leisure
You mean
time.
like the live stream and video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is worse? Me just having conversations with people at the beach or stabbing them to death?
You bothering people at the beach.
That's worse than stabbing others to death.
You're not being a victim,
I'm not
So
being
you
a
would prefer
but
to
they
be
are being a
them.
victim.
You would prefer to be them than to be yourself right now. You would prefer to be put in a gas chamber than to have a conversation with me.
Could you please leave?
I'm gonna
I-
respect your choice. I'm gonna leave, but hopefully you respect their choice. They don't want to die. They don't want to be killed. Just go vegan.
Yeah.
And respect the decision of the animals.
Yeah, I think that documentary will expose everything that you don't know yet, and you will see the reality. They are. I think. Did you mention a gas chamber or something like that?
Anyway, let's keep
So-
walking because she doesn't want to be filmed. But you have two choices. You can be vegan or be an animal abuser. Just choose vegan. Take it easy.
Animals want you to be vegan. It's not because we say it. They're begging for their life.
Whatever, man. Let's keep walking. She obviously doesn't want to talk to us. You're being creepy. How so?
I would be even creepier
What do you
if
think
I'm
is
helping the
creepier?
animals.
What do you think is creepier? Me
victims.
going up to people and, uh, you know, talking to them, or sexually exploiting innocent animals like non-vegans do? What's creepier? What do you think is creepier, Lliguer? Me just, using my freedom of speech to have conversations with people, or put like a whole arm
I
on
think
a cow's ass? What's creepier?
the cow's ass, like
Oh,
exploiting
yeah,
animals.
right, right.
The I think it's really not that bad to be creeped on by someone who's speaking up for victims, because the one who's being creeped, if that's the right word, it's not a victim. It's actually the perpetrator, the victimizer, the oppressor, the bully, the villain, and we are their heroes. Their last hope, their only hope.
They're saying it's not okay to counter a woman as a man. What? So if that woman right there was just raping a little child, it would be wrong for me to try to prevent that because I'm a man? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What if we're feminists? Which at least I am.
Go to tigers and tell them to be vegan and they will eat you. Well, I can't reason with tigers, right? That's why I try to reason with humans instead of tigers. Can't reason with a tiger. It would be cool if we veganize tigers. On the meantime, I'm fine with just hunting tigers to prevent them from eating others. Ah, my sandals.
Oh yeah. Good thing you remembered.
Eh. You can't reason with plants either. What's the relevance of that? Go to tigers and tell them to be vegan. I already read this.
We're not talking to tigers. We're talking to humans. We're talking to you. Stop
Exactly. You
switching
know,
the
lions
blame.
commit infanticide. Are you gonna do that too? Because lions do it. Is this Brazil? No, this is Puerto Rico. I'm gonna practice the Lliguer arm extension.
Keep it straight. The
It's red
straightest.
for the turtles apparently,
Yeah.
so they don't become lost. Gym, hell yeah, Gus is in the house. Let's go to the fucking gym. Let's train.
Goose. When was the last time he even popped up in the chat? Like even.
Well, he was supposed to be here today, but
Why, Gus? Why weren't you with us? Like, and
because
do a usual, the usual thing we do. Like,
he doesn't have that activist fire like you and me. Hey, any vegans in the house?
No, none at all.
then
Well, if you're not vegan, you're an animal abuser, man. So
and what?
consider not abusing animals.
And watch that
What's the
documentary.
documentary right here?
It's on Google.
You have two options: go vegan or abuse animals. Why abuse animals? Get easy, man. Go vegan.
They're the victims, not humans. They're like humans are not the victims. We're the perpetrators.
I like that random idea. Any vegans in the house?
Yeah, and they will just say like, yeah, like, get out of here. I
They're
don't
like, hell
want
no.
to hear you anymore. I'm triggered because you call me an animal abuser. I feel some type of way that I don't like. So I'm gonna say, oh, but why? I'm gonna look for excuses instead of solutions.
Very lucky.
Watch the meaning on YouTube. It's a
Gustavo says,
documentary
because
about
I was
animals
dead, now
being
I
exploited
revived.
by
What
humans.
revived you? You drank some coffee?
Stop exploiting animals
Coffee?
and be vegan.
Put some aloe vera. What the fuck? Uh, London, they're saying to London, why don't you go vegan and lead by
Yeah,
example? Yeah, that's true. She wasn't she the one that was calling me handsome earlier? Well, I'm not attracted, by animal abusers, right? So if you want to be like attractive back to me, and you stop abusing animals.
Wait,
Like
we're buying how do you say va en contra del tránsito.
you're going the
You're
wrong
buying
way.
I'm
You're
kidding.
going the wrong way.
Oh wait, look at look, Eddie, come see who it is. I don't know if
Oh,
you're
little crab. Ah, this is Gus's worst
Gus,
nightmare.
don't be watching this.
Oh
I hope
shit.
he's not.
Uh,
You're not stuck, are you?
I am vegan, but I eat nothing that has ever had a heartbeat or eyes, so not meat and fish. What? I don't even understand what you're saying. Are you vegan or are you not?
Stuck. Espérate,
Well, maybe I'm confusing the person. Like I thought it was you that randomly said you're handsome. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm
What are
trying
you
to
doing?
help you.
Master and sugar. Somebody left me to put away like 20 surfboards slow. But master and sugar? You mean monster?
Oh, let me get you
Nut
out of
milk
here.
or soy milk? Whichever one, as long as it's vegan. I'm feasting on body parts of holocausted birds right now while I watch two straight men defend animals in the streets.
I think you are stuck, right?
Cool story. How about, leave the animals alone and not pay for their holocaust? You gotta just keep walking, man. We gotta go to the gym. Leave him alone, man.
I don't know if you're stuck, and so
I see.
let's get you out of there. Aguantate de esto, buddy. Trying to help you, buddy. Stop.
Yo, any vegans in the house? If you're not vegan, you're an animal abuser, man. Stop abusing animals, bro. The hell?
Buddy, stay there.
Thank God I'm not there. That crowd would have me screaming like a little girl.
Watch this
Yo, any
documentary.
vegans in the house?
No, but where's the Eiffel Tower?
If you're not vegan, you abuse animals. Stop
Watch,
abusing
watch
animals.
this documentary.
Go vegan.
Watch
Don't be
Dominion.
a piece of shit. Go vegan. Let's keep
Watch
walking.
Dominion.com on YouTube.
Um,
Stop ignoring the animals.
yeah, the hardest I've seen you scream was because of a crab in Ponce. Remember those mutant, like giant crabs in Ponce? Yeah, you're wrong. Who's wrong and about what? I don't know what you're talking about. You gonna come train with us? Giger?
Oh, Goose. He saw the crab.
Yeah, yeah.
Then like, dang, Gus. I'm sorry that you're scared of crabs.
You're saying sorry for putting a crab on stream.
No, that he's scared of crabs. Like, he has that.
Well, what are you saying sorry for? I love that random line that that person told me to say. Any vegans in? It's so fucking random, like so out of nowhere.
Or they're like, plant-based at most, and like kind of like pick me.
Vegan Gains is using while Ari uses aloe vera washing his OnlyFans. I don't consume OnlyFans, man.
What's this thing with aloe vera?
And I would use, but the only friend of mine that knows anything about using is Gus, and
Wait, Gus knows
he
about.
advises me against it. He doesn't want me to use.
Wait, use for what? Savila? For what? Savila in Spanish. It's Spanish for aloe vera.
Gus says, "Don't worry, I moved the screen to only look at the shots."
Oh, okay, yeah. I understand what you mean, Gus.
Gus says, "And
Actually,
what does "and" mean?"
we're
Gus?
getting close to our place, so we're gonna. What's the plan? What are you guys planning?
Well, let's just end the stream and get ready to go to the gym. Train. Maybe eat something with a little bit of sugar.
The sugar thing. I was just about to tell you what I want. I don't know if you're into it, like you're up for the idea, and Gus. But I don't know when they close, but it might not. We might not have enough time, but I wanna try going to the Drunken Cookies with someone if it's possible. I don't know if after the gym.
And
Actually, it might be. It's already like 7:30.
Gus says, "And"
Or we can
means
go before.
Gus
How's
says,
that?
and maybe we'll think about it. And means my phone is kind of fucked. What? London says, "I was saying you're wrong about me thinking I said someone was handsome." Okay, my bad. Maybe it was somebody else. My boyfriend from the band Nicotine Doll is freaking adorable, and yes, he's vegan. Okay, I see.
Watch that documentary.
Why are you gonna lie? I'm starting to hate photo shoots.
Would you be open to watching this documentary?
Watch what?
Watching this documentary? Would you be open to watching it?
Yeah, watch it.
If you like animals,
No, I love
you're
it.
gonna have to reconsider stopping exploiting them.
You said
For
stopping it, what?
exploiting them.
Okay, stop
Not-
exploiting animals.
Yeah.
I don't think. Oh my God, they're on TikTok. What live is that?
YouTube.
Yeah, we're live.
YouTube.
Wait, you talking about like puppies and stuff like that?
All species of animals.
They're vegans. I don't. Are you vegan?
Yeah, there's two options.
We
We're
don't
either
believe that
vegan or
animals
animal
should be
abusers.
exploited by us. They
Like salad.
So
and stuff like
no.
there's
I
only
don't-
two
I-
options, Lliguer. So there's only two options: being vegan or being an animal abuser. It's your choice.
that. Nah, I'll be vegan. I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, go vegan. Stop abusing animals.
Because animals don't have a choice, but humans
We have
look
choice.
instead of looking for solutions, we look for what? Excuses to not be vegan and stop and continue exploiting them.
Okay, so you believe in God, right?
No,
It doesn't matter. Like
it's no reason to.
animals-
There's no good reason to believe in a god. Yeah.
animals
I'm
don't.
gonna tell you this. I believe in God, and God.
Oh, it's a religious nutcase.
But-
Let's keep walking, dude. I'll go. I don't want to talk to a religious nutcase. Bye.
Anyways, I don't think
You guys are just from Puerto Rico. You don't understand.
it doesn't matter. Animals don't care what religion you have. They just want to be respected.
I'm brain dead. I'm too brain dead for that.
No, but when I say that, like animals don't care what religion you or I have.
Religion is poison.
Animals are being victimized,
Okay, and humans are victimized every day. They get sex trafficked.
but or anyone to speak up for them. Humans can speak up for those.
Oh my God, here we go with God bullshit.
Right.
Jigger.
You can speak up for.
I can speak up.
Cuckoo.
They speak up.
Oh
but
my
you-
God, we're
animals
fucked.
have a.
Traffic.
watch that documentary and stop.
Is is Jigger's audio still being
Animals
captured?
want to be respected and not be exploited by you. It's
I'm
not my
gonna like do
decision.
something really quick.
They don't have a choice. Not having a choice. But the
Damn, his
chickens, the
audio is still being
turkeys, the
captured
fish,
somehow.
the horses, the turkeys.
Oh my god.
They, I thought you liked animals.
The fuck are you talking about,
If you were the
Gus?
victim, would you be okay
Depression
with?
got a hold of me to break free.
If I was the
Depression got.
victim, I wouldn't be
Are
happy
you
at
just
all.
posting song lyrics in there?
Do you think animals are agree with that? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I agree and you disagree. Do animals happy that you're being exploited? You're looking for excuses. You're looking for excuses to be a villain, a bully
Jigger, get the
to
fuck
other animals,
over here.
cheat up for
Oh my
themselves.
god.
You're being perpetrators, abusers, holocausters,
Jigger!
selfish. You're being supremacists. I'm not a white person either.
God. Dude, as soon as I heard she was religious, I just walked away. But Jigger can't, can't see an odd case when he's looking at it. Cuckoo! Jigger! Jigger, just keep walking, man.
Can she let me say this last thing?
These people are retarded, don't you see, man? Keep walking.
So y'all are putting us on camera.
You are live on YouTube, yeah.
Yes, we're live on YouTube, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're talking to black people. We know what
Why
a
Keep
pig
walking,
is.
man.
Keep walking, nigga.
If you're not vegan, you're an animal abuser. Can you keep walking, buddy?
Okay,
Keep walking, keep
as
walking.
you called us next,
Give me my mic.
keep going. Thank you so much. You have a
Watch
nice
this
day.
documentary.
You have a nice day.
Just watch this documentary.
Just as your friend called us neck cases, y'all have a nice day. Okay.
Stop abusing animals. Stop abusing animals.
Keep going.
Excuses instead of solutions, huh?
Okay, you are being excused, nigga. You know it.
You're a hypocrite. Excuses. Dang.
Was that worth it, Jigger?
Yeah. Dude, okay, we have different different. Uh, I'm what's the word? I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
dude, I think it is worth it. I think it is the most worth it since we're actually like
Dude,
leaving. I don't care.
when she opened her mouth to say she was a religious God believer,
all the
she's
things.
retarded, man. It's nowhere.
Some
It's
people,
not gonna go anywhere.
your mentality, Eddie. It's like, I don't want to talk about it because it's,
Yo, look at this here.
I forget.
You're going, man. Yeah. You're live.
Shit.
Have you seen this
You vegan
documentary?
yet?
Oh, about
Just go watch it.
and shit. Yeah, I have.
You vegan yet?
Did you watch it?
I'm vegetarian. I try not to eat that much meat and shit, because
Why abuse animals? Egg, dairy.
Why exploit them?
Have you seen the sort of thing that happens to them? Like in these documentaries, for example?
yeah, I have, bro.
I think you should
actually saw
watch
you
it.
on TikTok, and I watched a
I
little
think
bit.
you should watch it again or watch it
Which
for the first time
documentary
because
are
I'm
you-
not sure you.
I
I'm not
watched some
sure.
of it, not all of it though.
Well, I'm not sure how someone can watch this kind of thing and still be vegetarian. Like,
Yeah.
as long as you're not vegan, you're still being the reason this documentary exists because it's a exposition.
It's only two
explosive.
options: vegan or animal abuser.
Yeah. Do you
Why,
think
why are you gonna choose vegan or animal abuser?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't really eat that much meat, to be honest.
No, you said you're vegetarian. You eat dairy, eggs.
I eat eggs, but not really that much dairy. I don't like dairy.
But the
You
thing
do
is,
you do pay for
I eat egg.
rape sometimes.
For what?
Rape.
For rape?
Yeah, dairy
I
cows
mean,
are
I'm not a
raped.
supporter
should-
of rape or anything like that.
Dairy cows are raped. If you pay for dairy, you pay for rape.
you should complete like finish the whole documentary, like watch it like all of it. And what I'm gonna say is, they don't have a choice. They're being victimized because humans don't wanna be vegan because they're selfish. But we should stop being selfish and be a person who gives a freaking shit.
Would you say you're a
Who gives
selfish
fuck
person?
about animals.
I
Because
mean, I feel
animals
like you
don't
have to
a
be
choice.
selfish in this world that we live in. I mean,
But
there's
animals
nothing
don't.
wrong with being selfish.
Would
Animals
you
don't
pay?
want.
Would you pay for human murder and rape?
No?
Like, why pay for animal rape and murder? Like, what's different between us and them that makes it okay to pay for the rape and murder?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm paying for that. You
You
know?
are, as long as you're.
Is your mom and
exploiting
dad?
Who? Huh?
Who is paying for it? Your mom and dad?
I mean, anyone's paying for that. I mean, it depends. It depends.
You pay for your food?
My eggs and everything. That's not
Are they your eggs or the chickens?
the eggs that I eat are like cage
They don't
free
belong
and
to
everything,
you.
grass fed.
They don't belong to you, and that's
They're still oppressed.
that's a
but-
free that's a feel good label. It makes you feel good, but the animal's so being victimized and exploited. Even if the animals are not being hurt or harmed or anything,
Right.
you're still viewing them as a resource, as an object, as a thing to take from.
Right.
Like you're looking for kind, humane excuse to continue using them. You're seeing them as a product that owes you something.
Have you
They
seen
don't
Have
really
you seen the chickens in those industries that they use for your eggs?
I don't know.
Would you feel comfortable putting human kids in that situation?
No, but that's not the same thing. You're comparing humans to animals.
Let's start there. Would you feel comfortable putting human kids in the situation that the hens that produce eggs for you are put in? Yes or no?
I mean, again, that's not the same thing.
Yes or no?
Let me
That's not the same
tell
thing.
him something.
Let's find the common ground first. Would you be comfortable, yes or no, with putting children in the situation you put your birds on?
I feel like if I said yes to that, that would make me insane. No.
Okay, so the answer is no, right? The answer is no.
Yeah, my answer
right.
is no.
So now the question is, what's different between kids and chickens that makes it okay to holocaust chickens for eggs, but not children?
I mean, you don't know the difference between humans and animals?
I'm asking you, what's the morally significant difference that justifies oppressing one but not the other?
Well, I mean, I guess you could say that humans have actual sentience. We can form our own thoughts.
Actual sentience.
They do too.
Give me a second. Let's define that.
Yes, animals
What
feel
do you
pain.
What do you mean
I
by
don't
sentience?
disagree with that.
What is meant by sentience?
Well, sentience means that you can form your own thoughts. You have a consciousness, right?
Sentience just means having a capacity to have subjective experiences.
Okay, well, I
Animals
feel like-
have subjective experiences. They have minds.
So would you say that a fish is sentient?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
they have a central
So
nervous
let
system.
me say something
but
very important.
One thing
Let
at a
me-
time.
I don't want to forget this. I don't want to forget this. You say we're comparing humans to animals, but you're doing something
I mean,
even
humans-
worse. No, hold on,
humans are animals, don't get me wrong.
Let me finish this.
Yeah. Go
So you're saying that we're comparing animals to humans, even though humans are animals, which is comparing animals to other species of animals. But you're doing something worse. You're comparing animals, sentient animals, to objects like a table, like the ground, like
So
you're
give me a
comparing
second.
to
Giger,
objects,
Giger,
inanimate objects.
there's something important
I
here.
never said that.
He was in the middle of
Your
something.
actions are.
Giger,
Right.
Giger, he was in the middle of answering my question. I asked him, what's different between us and chickens that makes it okay to oppress chickens? You were in the middle of answering that. What's the
Right.
answer?
I mean, I feel like I answered it, didn't I?
What's the response? What's different between us and chickens?
Justification behind like eating animals and stuff.
No. You said it would be wrong to put children where you put your hands in, right? In that situation, you would be against oppressing children for eggs, right? Even free range or whatever, right? You said yes. You would be against oppressing children for
Yeah,
eggs.
but anyone would be against that.
Okay, perfect, right? So now the question is, what's different between the children and the birds that you pay for their Holocaust that makes it okay to do that to the birds? Do you understand the question?
Manifest destiny.
Do you understand the question I just asked you? What's the
You asked me,
question?
what is it? What makes it okay to do that to chickens?
And not to humans. What's the difference?
In the victim's perspective, not yours.
From the chicken's perspective.
No. Give me a second, Lliguer. It's name the trade right here, right? What's different between the humans and the chickens that makes it okay to enslave the chickens for eggs? Just answer that.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I don't have
the knowledge to answer that. Honestly,
Maybe
there's nothing wrong with
maybe
that.
it's wrong to pay for the oppression of birds then.
I mean,
If you don't even know what justifies it, maybe don't pay for it.
I don't know how to justify it because, like I said, I'm a kid. I don't know. Like, you know, I don't know.
Then don't pay for it. Don't pay for the oppression. If
But
you
I
don't
feel like
if you don't know how to justify the oppression, don't pay for it.
I feel like evolutionarily speaking, like biologically speaking, humans are supposed to eat, you know, protein. We're supposed to have an intake of fat.
Protein,
we're supposed
yes.
to have an intake of protein. We're supposed to have an intake of what's in our diet. And I feel like eating
Yeah,
We're
just get
supposed
that for
to eat.
plants.
We're supposed to be
by
nourished
eating
by
just
nutrients.
plants, you can't get
You
everything you need.
Maybe you don't know about it because even doctors don't know about
Do you
nutrition.
even know what you're talking about, man?
I mean, I feel like if my dad were here, he'd be able to like debunk your entire.
Just take a look at the science.
Okay,
I'd
so
be happy to debate
Even
your dad. Where's
doctors
your
don't
dad?
know nutrition.
Let me debate your dad. Where is he?
my dad is not coming here.
I'm happy to debate him, but let me say this.
sorry, you can't-
Let me say this.
can't
You can just take a look at the science instead of pulling like excuse me. I'm in the middle of my sentence.
Right. Well,
I'm in the middle of my sentence.
for content.
I'm in the middle of my
Right,
sentence.
so
I'm gonna just respond to what you said, right? You just pulled some shit out of your ass. This where it's wrong.
True. You can't.
If you take a look at the science, plant-based diets not only are nutritionally adequate, they're healthy for you. Plant-based diets are fine. You don't need to oppress animals. You're just being a selfish piece of shit. You don't need to oppress animals.
I don't know. That's what I've read. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have the knowledge to debunk your
Let me
entire
ask you
argument.
something.
Take a look. No, let me just point him to the science. Take a look
Okay,
at the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics peer-reviewed statement on vegan diets. You're gonna be
Right.
fine being vegan. You're looking for excuses. You don't need to holocaust animals. You're being a selfish piece of shit, man.
Okay, well, you can believe that.
No, it is the reality.
It's like walking around with a Bible in your hand and telling everybody to believe in God. Like
How is it
the same
analogous?
thing? Well, because you're walking around with a sign telling everybody to go be vegan and interviewing them.
I'm telling you to not abuse innocent creatures.
Right,
So
but
it wouldn't be analogous to saying somebody believe in a fucking fairy tale. It's not the same thing as me going around saying I believe in a fake fucking sky daddy. I'm not saying that. I'm saying stop abusing animals.
This is
There's
evident,
victims
but
involved.
religion is not
There's
even
victims
proof.
involved.
Like there's no proof of any religion of existence of.
You know what it would be
all-powerful.
analogous to? To if you were raping kids and I was saying, yo, please stop raping kids. That's analogous.
Yeah. Let me
so
say
are
something.
you saying that human beings are on the same level as animals?
I'm not saying that.
Well, you are because you're
No,
saying.
when
you're
did I say
asking me-
that?
You're asking me, in the context of having animals be caged and whatever, and oh, you're raping children or whatever. You're asking me, is it okay to rape children? By asking me that, you're basically saying that raping chickens is the same thing as raping children.
I'm not saying that. So can I respond to what he just said? He accused me of
Are animals
equating.
Are animals?
Can I answer to what you said?
equivalent to humans?
No.
Okay.
I can perfectly agree with you that there's like a hierarchy of value.
Okay.
I'm just saying that animals don't have so little value that it's okay to just enslave them and oppress them.
I agree.
They deserve more consideration, but you're not considering them at all. You're victimizing to the highest point that you probably don't even consider victims. That's the level of victimization that.
That's valid.
Do you think they're
So
worth
can you
more
stop
than a sandwich?
victimizing them?
The animals are worth more than a sandwich. I mean, I feel like everyone has to eat, man. You know, there's nothing wrong
We don't have to eat animals.
with.
Everyone has to eat. I agree. I've been vegan 10 years. Who the fuck cares? Just be vegan.
Do you feel better being vegan? Like, do you feel healthier?
It feels very good to not oppress others.
But I mean, like physically, not like with your
And
ego.
a lot of so it doesn't matter how
My
we
ego.
feel because this
It's
is
an ego thing.
Egotistically speaking, yeah. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
If anything,
By the way, having an ego is
you're-
not bad. Everyone has an ego. That's a good thing.
but this veganism is not even about us, about humans or even about vegans. It's
No,
about the animals.
have
They're
nothing to do with
they're the victims.
Right, but what I'm
You're
asking
looking for
is,
excuses. Can you
metaphysically, does it
like-
make you
metaphysically.
Does it make you
What,
feel
what
better?
does that word even mean? Metaphysically.
feel better?
You said metaphysically. What do you
I'm
mean by
asking
that?
you, what does it mean?
What do you mean by metaphysically?
I'm asking you if physically it makes you feel better. That's all I'm
I
asking.
thought you said metaphysically.
I'm asking you. You don't have to get smart with me, bro. I'm just asking you. It's a very simple
It
question.
doesn't matter my anecdote of it, whether it makes me feel good. Just take a look at the science. Plant-based diets are healthy. You don't need to oppress animals. Why are you oppressing animals right now?
Like I said, everyone has to eat. I can.
You
choose
can
to
eat
what
vegan.
I want, and
What
honestly,
you
at the end of
want.
the day-
What you want. So
Yeah,
if you
doesn't
wanted
mean
to
I'm
eat,
eating kids, you know what I mean?
but you
That's
said
big-
what you want. No,
Eating kids
excuse
of
me,
other
it's important. He said he would eat what he wants.
they are
So if
kids.
you wanted to eat
They're
kids,
kids
you would.
of an adult.
No, give me a second. Give me a
I
second.
saw this when I was like 12 years old.
You said
I
you
don't
eat
think
what
you
you want,
have.
right?
No, I did.
I don't think
saw
you
it.
have seen
You
that
said
because
you eat
this
what
is.
you want, buddy. You said you eat what you want.
Right, I
So if
can't-
you happen to want to eat kids, you would.
No, because that's not the same thing. You're comparing humans
We're
to
back to the question.
You're comparing
humans to
you're
I'm not
comparing
equating
animals
anything.
to,
So why
to
are you asking
objects.
I don't think it's justified to eat kids. I don't think it's justified to eat animals, but you think it's justified to eat animals, right? So I'm asking you, what's different between kids and animals that makes it okay to Holocaust animals?
Okay, so why would you go back on like 10,000 years of our evolution? We've been eating
You're
Let's
dodging
live
my
here.
question.
our whole life.
Let's
You're
live here,
dodging my
not
question.
that.
You're dodging my
Okay,
question.
what's your question? What's your question?
What's different between kids and animals that makes it okay to oppress animals?
What's the difference between children and animals that makes it okay
To oppress one but not the other. Yes. What's different?
What's the difference
morally?
between them morally that makes it okay to oppress animals?
Oppress them. Yes.
Can I
Let me
do,
just think and
espérate,
answer the
espérate.
question.
Can I do that same question but like change the words, see if he understands
No.
better?
No,
I think this
just
is
answer the
this
question.
is important. This is the same question.
Maybe if he doesn't answer the question, maybe
I think
rephrase it. But
you
let's
asked it already. Let me ask
Let me
it
sit down.
differently.
Oh, can you like sit somewhere?
So,
I mean, I don't mind
listen,
debating you
listen,
guys.
listen to
It's
this.
Let's go
Listen
sit.
to
Let's
this.
stay on the stairs.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Why is it wrong to objectify?
It's 21.
Why is it wrong to objectify humans? Yeah, Yeah, that's the word, right? Objectify humans, but it's okay to objectify animals.
Yeah, let's go right there.
Eddie, let me ask the question.
So my version of the question was fine.
Déjame terminar, dude. Tú nunca casi me quieres dejar terminar hacer las preguntas que son importantes. These are important questions, but Eddie almost never lets me because he thinks his are better or whatever. Ah, ponlo de una manera.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, so your
Let me ask
question
this-
was,
let me
what's
ask
the
this.
difference? What's the moral difference between humans and animals that makes it okay to oppress animals?
No,
But
let me
not
ask the
humans.
question. Let me ask the question. Why is it okay to? Why is it wrong to objectify, like, treat humans as objects? You would say that's
No,
wrong.
bro. My version of the question was fine. It's not that later.
Déjame terminar. Let me
No,
finish. Let me finish.
no,
Let me
bro.
finish.
Bro, just relax, man.
No.
So one question at a time. He already
This is the
understood
same
my question.
question.
So
It's the same
I'm not
question.
objectifying human beings because to objectify human beings
keep
is
it 1-1.
that they're like an object.
Hey,
Or whatever. It doesn't matter. So I'm not saying that human beings are objects. I'm saying that okay, if we've been eating
no, he confused you by the question. Answer the original question.
so the moral difference between humans and animals.
That makes it okay to oppress one for eggs and stuff, but not the other.
Okay, well, if I'm in a cage and I'm being lit on fire or whatever, right? They're gonna kill me, they're gonna turn me into me. Let's say aliens come and they come down and they're going to slave me or whatever, right? And put me in a cage and eat me and cook me alive. I would be able to recognize what's happening and see, holy shit, I'm about to die, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm about to die. These are aliens. They're coming to kill me, right? But I feel like if a chicken is in a cage and he just gets killed, he doesn't really know what's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand. So
smaller.
you're saying that the fact that humans have the ability to recognize what's happening to them, that's what makes it wrong in the human case. Let me ask you this: do you think all humans universally have that ability to recognize what's happening to them, or do you think very small children, for example, or mentally disabled people lack that ability?
Right, but that's a different case.
You just answer that.
Yeah, they don't have the ability because they're mentally disabled.
Exactly. So let me ask you this:
They're not fully.
Is it okay to enslave and oppress for eggs, for hypothetical eggs, mentally disabled people?
Mentally disabled people? No, but then again, but that's different because they're mentally disabled. Like,
You know what? Like this music might be bad for YouTube. You want to go back to Astralis or move somewhere without music?
I mean, I don't mind. I'll carry this.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like this shit.
I'll be right. Are you live on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, let me see. What's this chat saying? I can't read.
Guillermo, sorry, man. I mean, it's just like I already asked a question, right? And then Guillermo's rephrasing it to something completely different.
It doesn't matter, you know. We're just here to make content, right? We're streaming and shit. You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So what's the the answer to the question? Like, if we like gather up all the mentally disabled people that, let's say, they have minds similar to the minds of chicken. They were very severely disabled, right? Would it be okay to enslave them for eggs and murder them and all that?
No. If they were mentally disabled or whatever, I'm not saying.
Is that on? Let me see.
Let's see.
No, that one's not on.
What about now?
There we go.
All right. Am I good?
I can wear mine here too.
Okay. So I'm basically saying that it's not right because we can realize it or not. I'm just saying that is one reason that, okay, it would be wrong for us because so scientifically there's like a food chain, right? And we're at the top of the food chain, and we always have been. But it wasn't always the case. When humans were evolving, and we were hominids, and we were Homo erectus.
We're still hominids.
Right, I'm saying we're a form of hominids, but I'm saying when hominids first came, right? We had to like get to the top of the food chain and whatnot. And I feel like that, to go back on that and eat only plants is like, okay, I see what you're saying, that yeah, it's wrong and it's fucking, it sucks, you know?
We're kind of like super far from the original question right now, because I asked you originally what's different between us and animals that makes it okay to oppress them and not us. And first you said the ability to recognize that what's happening to that something's bad happening to you or something like that. Well,
Right.
that's granting that animals don't have that ability. I think animals are not stupid. I think they know something bad is gonna happen to them. I think they try to run away from the knife because they don't want to be killed. So, but whatever, granting that's true, like you wouldn't even be in favor of doing that to mentally disabled humans. So that's not the thing that justifies it, right? That's not the thing
Right.
that justifies oppressing animals. Then what does?
What justifies oppressing animals?
And not humans, right? That it's not gonna get you into a contradiction like the original one.
Okay, I think that saying, you want to go al segundo piso?
Yeah, go to the pool area.
Okay. So I think that basically, like, okay, so it's like sit down and shit.
Yep, there we go.
You go live every day?
No, I mean, I'm gonna try to be more consistent, but not every day.
Your friend left. Does he live nearby? You pretty mad?
He's crashing in my apartment right now.
Oh, so you can't really go too far. Well, I don't know. I feel like, when's the last time you ate meat? 10 years ago? Right? Or 11 years ago, whatever?
Well, you know, I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 10 years, but it's not necessarily incompatible with veganism to consume animal products.
Yeah.
Like, for example, have you heard about freegan stuff? Like, if you were to find something in a trash can, it's
Right.
not wrong to eat it, because I'm not financing any exploitation. So I found myself in situations where I have discarded food
Okay.
and I ate it.
Like from the trash? Well,
No, so in this specific case, talking about meats, I found myself in a situation where they left a whole chicken in the surf school where I used to work at. They left it, so I was between throwing it in the trash can or eating it.
Or letting it go to waste.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, I decided to eat it. I don't think there's anything morally wrong with that.
Because you're not facilitating the oppression of animals.
I'm not
basically.
financing the Holocaust, simply.
Right. Well, I see what you're saying. It's like an animal holocaust, and I feel like animals would feel pain and everything. Right?
Let me see. Yeah. So, where's my mic?
So, okay, let's go back to sentience, right? What is sentience? The ability to have subjective experiences, right? Subjective being like your own personal experiences.
Yep.
And
It's
like you being able to.
for it to be to feel like something to you.
Right.
You know, to have that experience from within.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect animals too. I'm not saying I don't respect animals, but you know, I'm a human being, and you know, I gotta eat, right? So I mean, it's like we've been human beings before. If you would have to choose between starving or taking that chicken out of the trash can, you take the chicken out of the trash can, right?
Well,
Because
I'm happy to interact with those sorts of questions in a second, but we were in the middle of a line of questioning,
right.
right?
Okay.
We're trying to see how do you justify how do you justify your own actions? Because you say it's fine to oppress chickens for eggs, for example, and uh, you don't see a moral issue with it, but you would see a moral issue with doing that to humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking you, what do you think is different between the humans and the chickens that makes it okay to oppress one but not the other? You initially you gave, they don't have the ability to recognize that the end is near or whatever. We can grant that for the sake of argument.
Right.
In the human case, you wouldn't accept it. Like we found very small children or mentally disabled people with minds similar to the minds of chickens, you would still see it as wrong. So then what justify if that is going to lead you to a contradiction?
Would you say that animals have a soul?
I don't have any reason to think anybody has a soul.
Okay.
Religious?
Okay.
My
So
bad. I was getting a phone call.
yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't say I'd say I'm religious. Yeah, I believe in God, and I think the main difference between humans and animals is like, okay, I have a soul. You know, I'm capable of feeling regret. I'm capable of feeling love. I'm capable of feeling different emotions, complex emotions that animals just can't feel. Animals can't feel love for each other. You know, they're animals. You know, and they have electrical impulses, right? And their brains work, right? And it doesn't matter if God's real or not. But if we look at society, right? Our society is built on certain biblical beliefs that keep it maintained, like marriage. That's a biblical like thing that comes from the Bible, and that's a good thing for society. So in the same way that we have marriage for society, it's perfectly reasonable to believe that human beings, we have souls, and
Okay, that's fine. Let's grant for because
so
we can go like in two different paths here. We can like ask for evidence that souls exist, right?
yeah,
But I think it's gonna be
yeah,
like
it'd be a long ass
a whole
conversation.
other can of worms that we're
Yeah.
gonna open, or we can like grant for the sake of argument that humans have souls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this: how do you determine whether somebody has a soul? When you come across somebody, how do you know this individual has a soul or not? How do you determine that?
Well, I think that's a very interesting question because you can't really know what someone else is thinking. All I know is that, like you don't know what I'm thinking right now, the same way I don't know what you're thinking. So, and I took a class when I was in a high school that talked about this called theory of knowledge. And it's very interesting that you asked me that because you can look at someone and be like, oh, I don't know what they're thinking. Is that person even, it could be an alien for all I know, right? You don't
Yep.
know if he has a soul or not. But I know that I have a soul. I know
Okay.
I'm capable of feeling regret. I'm capable of feeling love. I'm capable of feeling complex emotions that animals aren't necessarily capable of feeling. And look,
Well, but before we go there, because you said that the distinguishing factor here is the soul, because
right.
the emotional level and all that stuff is gonna you're gonna find out that's not gonna work, because if we found humans with levels of emotion similar to that of animals, again, like the mentally disabled case, you're against
Yeah.
oppressing mentally disabled people, right? So
Yeah.
that's not gonna be none of that is gonna be what justifies the human Holocaust, right? So let's bring it back to soul, right? Because you said it sounds like
I was just using that as an example, like of like I'm capable of feeling and I
yeah,
have like a soul. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Like
some humans, as you
some of
already
them
said,
don't have,
are mentally disabled.
yeah,
They don't have
or ill too.
exactly. So and you still against oppressing them. So how would you answer that question? You come across somebody. How do you know if that individual has a soul or not? You're saying animals don't have souls, but humans do. How do you determine who has a soul?
Well, I like to start with, okay, the first main difference is that if I come to you, right, and we're talking, right, and let's say I meet you on the beach one day, very random, and I talk to you, right, and we get along and we have a conversation, we sit down and we have lunch or whatever, you tell me something, right, I can do that with you. I can talk to you. I can have experience with you, but I can't do that with an animal,
Well,
I can't
that's the thing.
connect. I can't
Here's the
connect.
thing, man. You can't do that with every human either.
Right, but you're talking about 1% of humans.
Yeah, you are you in favor of oppressing the 1%? or even
No.
small children.
I'm just
There's
saying.
a lot of small children that can't have a conversation like this with you.
So I'm not saying that that's the main reason that we can't oppress humans. I'm just saying that that's a distinguishing factor between humans and animals. That I can talk to you, sit down with you, and have a conversation with
Yeah,
you.
I understand
you
that,
know?
but that's not gonna be the symmetry breaker. Because if we found humans that can't communicate with you with language, I'm gonna assume that you're gonna say it's wrong to oppress them, right?
Right.
But
Because I'm sure that, okay, let's say they don't have a neocortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for communication, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it is. I'm pretty sure the neocortex
yeah.
is. So let's say they don't have that, but they're still able to, create thoughts and still think like a normal human. Then I know that, by looking at their biology, that okay, this is a person who, let's say, if I cut someone's tongue out, they're still perfectly capable of having thoughts and having that reasoning that animals don't have. Actual like real sentience to a level where they can actually create and formulate thoughts that an animal just can't create. And that's why, yes, if you look at it like from a scientific standpoint, human beings are animals as well. We're animals too. We have our own hormones. We have our endocrine system that creates those hormones and creates those desires. But we're also capable of a higher level of consciousness that animals don't have. Right?
Yeah, but again, that's not universally true of all humans. It's gonna be mentally disabled
Yeah.
humans. Like the trait that you named is having a soul.
Right.
All these other separate things that you're naming are not gonna be sufficient
But
because we're
those-
gonna find humans without those traits, and you're gonna
Yeah.
still be against oppressing them. So it brings us back to the religious excuse, right? Which is the soul, which is why I asked you, how do you determine whether somebody has a soul? And I haven't had an answer to that question.
How do you determine if someone has a soul or not?
Yeah, you come across somebody,
someone random or
whether
whatever.
an animal or human.
Yeah.
You think one has a soul, the other doesn't, right? He doesn't have a soul, but a human does. How you make that determination?
Well, I feel like you can make that determination. Well, first of all, you can't just look at someone like on the surface level and be like, oh, this guy has a soul and this animal doesn't have a soul, right?
Yeah, but you have some
But
criteria that you
you
use,
have
like
to speak to them and
because
you get to know
you're
them and
against
create a
like
connection.
you're against stabbing random humans.
Yeah, I mean that because, again, if you go around stabbing random humans, that's completely different than going around stabbing random animals. It's completely different.
Well, regardless, right? You're against oppressing humans,
Yeah,
right?
I would say so.
And
I'd say I'm against oppressing humans.
and you said because humans have a soul.
Yeah.
How do you
That's
come to
one of
that
the reasons.
conclusion? How do you know somebody has a soul or not? How do you know that? That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Do you have parents? Are your parents alive?
Yes.
Okay. When my mom died, I was very, very, very sad. I felt like like an emptiness within me, right? And if you look at someone whose mom dies in front of them and they don't feel anything versus, someone whose mom dies in front of them and they do feel something, I feel like that's how you know someone has a soul, someone has emotions. There could be people who are clinically insane and aren't capable of feeling emotion, right? If
So
were-
you will be in favor of oppressing them?
No, I'm not saying again that that's not, I'm not saying that's what I'm not saying that to justify oppression. I'm saying that's a distinguishing factor between humans and
Well,
animals.
then it's irrelevant because I'm asking you for the thing that justifies the oppression of animals. And you said
That's
because they don't
part of
have
it.
a
That's
soul.
not the main reason. Animals don't have a soul. It's true.
How
Right?
do you determine that?
I mean, how do you determine they don't have a soul?
I'm
It's
asking
like,
you, right?
you
You're,
can-
you're the one who's claiming they don't have a soul. How do you determine that?
okay, animals don't have souls because they are not capable of formulating complex thoughts. They're not capable of feeling emotions like we can.
Okay, so if we
They're
found
not on,
so,
on the same
okay,
level of consciousness.
formulating level of consciousness for formulating thoughts. Okay, so if we found all the marginal cases of humans that to whatever degree they can formulate thoughts is the same degree as animals, right?
Right.
And they whatever degree of consciousness they have is the same degree of farm animals. Would you be okay or not with oppressing those humans for their body parts, their secretions? Yes or no?
Okay. So if we found a way to prove that animals have the same level of thoughts as humans, would that?
No,
be-
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm
didn't
saying.
understand.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if we found marginal cases of humans that exist right now, that are mentally disabled,
Okay.
and whatever degree of formulation of thought they have is the same degree that animals have,
Okay. marginal cases. So
Marginal
a very
cases.
small margin of humans that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
have the same level of
Well, I don't even know if it's small, right? There's a lot of small children out there. I don't think small children can formulate thoughts to the degree we can, right? So let's say we gather up all the
Okay.
small children or the mentally disabled people, whatever minds they have and whatever degree of thought formulation they have is equal to that of animals. Now the
Okay.
question is, would it be okay to oppress them? Yes or no?
because they're small children and they don't have they're not developed enough yet.
And let's say they're never gonna develop. Like you knew for a fact they were just gonna die,
Yeah.
drop dead at 3 years old. So pigs are like about as smart as a 3-year-old. So let's say they stop developing about a 3-year-old, they drop dead. Now the
Right.
question is, would you be in favor of oppressing them and the mentally disabled adults,
Right.
for their body parts and secretions? Yes or no?
Because they're young adults and they're never going to develop and they're never going to get to the point that you and me are at. Like,
They're never gonna develop. Whatever degree of formulation of thought they have, it's gonna stay the same, and it's similar to those of farm animals, but they're humans.
okay.
Would it be okay to oppress them? Yes or no?
No. No, and it's not because
And it's a and you just contradicted
because I
yourself.
said that it's not okay to oppress a human who doesn't have the ability to formulate thoughts. Well,
Yeah,
no,
but you
because that's
understand
still
how
a human.
you understand how you just contradicted
It's like
yourself, right?
if you had a son with
No, excuse me, but do you
Yeah.
understand how you just
I
contradicted
do.
yourself?
I do understand what you're saying and what you're trying to get me to say, but
No,
let
no,
me
but
just
the question is, do you understand how you just
I-
contradicted yourself?
I just said yes.
What was the contradiction?
Because I just said that the distinguishing factor is that one can create thoughts and the other one can't, and that if we find a case of humans who can't create thoughts,
Yeah,
is it okay to?
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but that's fictional. There's no case of human beings who stop growing at 3 years old, and if
Well,
there
no,
is,
no,
it's
excuse
very
me,
very
excuse me.
small.
That's actually an empirical claim.
Right.
No, like I have no reason to believe that.
There are.
There's children that drop dead at 3 all the time.
Right.
Infancy mortality rates used to be super high, like back in the day, right? They're less high now because of modern medicine. Infant mortality is still a thing, right?
Right.
There's infants that are dropping dead all around the world, and there's mentally disabled people, right?
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
all the other marginal cases that we're talking about, mentally disabled people. You would still be against that, whether it's a minority or not. It's a logical entailment of your position if you're gonna say, it's fine to oppress animals because they can't formulate thoughts to the degree that we can. What the logical entailment of that view is that if we find marginal cases of humans that lack that, you're gonna be in favor of oppressing them too. If not, it's gonna lead to a contradiction.
Right. Okay. Well, I see what you're saying, but if you look at you're looking at a very small percentage of human beings versus the entire percentage of animals. If you look at maybe 0.5% of human beings, 1% of them are, they have to deal with that disability, but the other 99% doesn't.
But it
Right?
doesn't matter. It's still an entailment of your position that you're gonna have
Right.
to contend with. So why is it wrong to do that to those humans?
Because they're humans, and even though they can't,
Okay, humans. Okay,
They're
perfect.
humans.
We're getting somewhere.
They're humans.
We're
Yeah.
moving. Right. By human, you just mean Homo sapiens, or what do you mean exactly?
I mean, they're humans. They're. If you look at their DNA, how many chromosomes do they have? The same amount as us.
I'm just asking. By
You know.
human, what do you mean exactly? Homo sapiens, or what?
Yeah, we could say that. Homo sapiens.
Okay, so let's think about this. Let's think about a hypothetical scenario.
Right.
Where we find a clinic of mentally disabled people.
Okay.
Whatever degree of formation of thought that they have is gonna be equal to these animals. You're
Okay,
gonna be
yeah.
you're gonna
Like
be
they're the
against
same brain
yeah,
waves,
you're,
right?
you're gonna be against killing them because they're human. They're Homo
Right.
sapiens. But what if we test their DNA? Turns out none of them are human. None of them can reproduce with us. They're a completely separate species. But they have minds identical to the minds of some small children, some people with mental disabilities. They have
Okay.
minds identical to them, but they're not Homo sapiens. Now the question is, would you be okay to open up a meat industry there with those people?
With those people, because their DNA is not the same,
They're not Homo
but like the
sapiens.
body's the same and everything.
Yes.
But the brains are different, or the brains are the same as animals, like in the sense of they're the same that they can't think like us because they're disabled. But if you test their DNA, they have different DNA than humans. So they're not humans.
They have minds identical to some humans.
To little humans, to like
or mentally disabled humans,
Yeah.
right? But they're not humans. Like if we were to try to reproduce with them, the offsprings are either not. We're not gonna have any offspring, or they're gonna be like the donkey on a fucking horse. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
They're like runts, basically.
yeah,
They're like
exactly.
runts.
So now the question is it okay to open up a meat industry there?
If their DNA is different and they're not humans,
They're not humans, yeah.
I'd say they're not human. So
Then go ahead and open up the meat
they're
industry.
not human, but that's an interesting question, because if you were to test me right now, and I don't have any DNA that says I'm human. I could be an alien or whatever. I could be a fucking monkey or whatever, right? And you know, I'm not human. I'd say, okay, that's like, well, first that scenario is not real.
Well, you're taking
but-
a long time to answer,
Right, I'm
right?
trying to think how to
I
best
posed
answer.
the hypothetical scenario.
Yeah.
So what's the answer? Is it okay to, whether it's real or not, right? It's a hypothetical. Would it
Right,
be okay,
it
in your
is.
view, to open up a meat industry there with those people and oppress them for their body parts and
If their
secretion?
brainwaves are, if their brain is like basically human,
No,
but their DNA isn't.
What I'm saying, they're identical to us in every other way, except that they have minds like some mentally disabled humans,
Right.
and they're not Homo sapiens.
Okay. Well then, they're not identical.
I
Because
said
they're not
in every
Homo
other
sapiens.
way. I didn't say
Yeah.
perfect identity. I said identical in every other trait except those traits.
So I'd say to you
No,
that
but what's the? I'm still,
the answer.
I still want to hear the answer.
I'd say that's a very rare and probably fictional scenario.
But what's
But
the
if I
answer?
were to answer your question, I'd say sure, fuck it, open up a clinic and fucking harvest them for meat, right? Because if they're not human,
Okay.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but
Well,
but they're not human,
that's a
and
very
they're animals.
and you're not uncomfortable with that logical entailment that your view has.
If they're not capable of creating thoughts, right? If they're
No,
not
I
capable
didn't
of
say
having
that,
thoughts,
right? Animals
okay.
create thoughts.
But
I
you
said to whatever degree they create thoughts, it's the same as animals.
So if they have the same brain as an animal, right? Same brain as an animal, and they can't think like an animal, and their DNA, their meat, their flesh is not human, right? Then what's the difference between that and an animal?
Well, the thing is, man, in the hypothetical, it is established that they have minds identical to some humans. So what you're saying is that if we have a mentally disabled human right here,
Right.
and we have one of these other creatures right here, they have identical minds. Their minds is the same, but you're gonna say it's okay to oppress one, but not the other, just because of their species, like this random ass stuff that doesn't have anything to do with their mind.
Okay.
Is this what they call?
So
Excuse me, I'm trying to think about the name of this. They call this shell morality. Like
Shell
you're not valuing them for who they are. You're valuing just random external shit. Like they're not Homo sapiens. Like they have identical minds, but it's okay to oppress one but not the other just because one is part of the Homo sapien species. That's crazy, man. Like your view is crazy.
Well, you were saying that they have the same degree of consciousness as an animal, right?
No, more
as
specifically,
like a little kid.
More specifically, I said like some humans that already exist.
Okay, so if they have the same mental capacity as a human who's maybe not to the full degree like we are of thinking, but they are just like, they're a disabled human at same level of consciousness, but not the same as an animal. So they're higher in thinking as an animal, but below or the same as a disabled human.
What is the question that you're asking me? Sorry, I got distracted.
So in your scenario, right? We have these creatures. These creatures do not have the same level of thinking as we do, but
As
they're
you and me,
but they're somewhere in between a disabled kid and an animal.
Well, I'm not gonna make any claims about that because I don't know what it's like to be an animal.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say it's an open question.
Okay.
Right. So the only thing I'm gonna say is that by observing their behavior, we have no reason to infer they have minds, more complex or higher consciousness than animals.
Okay. You know the movie Freaky Friday?
No.
It's like where they switch bodies, like
The
the two.
mom and the daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say that instead of the mom and the daughter, it's like a mom and a cow. So the mom gets put in the cow, and the cow gets put in the mom's body. Would it be okay to kill the cow, even though it's the mom's brain in there?
I'm vegan.
I know, I know.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's
I
wrong
know.
either way.
But if it's the cow and it's the mom and the cow can talk, right? And it's a talking cow, but it's a human being in there, it wouldn't be okay, right?
Well, my point is that it's wrong in any case
Yeah.
because I'm vegan, right? But like we're talking here about some like crazy offshoot hypothetical. It's one.
Yeah.
It's the entailment of your position, right? You're gonna
Right.
have to be okay with the president, and
I'd
you
be
you bit
okay.
the bullet. Yeah, at least you were consistent there. But I think
Yeah.
that's crazy. But
Well, I mean, think
way,
about it.
either way, I can talk about something less. Crazy and
Extreme,
hypothetical. I can talk
yeah.
about dogs and cats. Are you okay with farming dogs and cats?
I mean,
They're not Homo sapiens,
they're not.
and
but
whatever degree of consciousness they have is not higher than that of a pig, for example.
I agree, but there's cultures where they do that,
Oh,
like
but I'm asking you, are you okay with oppressing cows and sorry,
dogs and cats.
dogs and cats?
I mean, me personally, no, because I don't eat dogs and cats. If I had to eat a dog to survive, I was about to die, and I had to choose between dying or eating a dog, I'd eat the dog.
No,
'cause
but
I'm
I'm
about to
asking
die.
you. I don't know why you say me personally. I'm asking you,
No, I know.
right?
That's what I'm saying.
You think it's okay
Not
to
me.
oppress these animals, but not cows and dogs? Is not dogs and cats? Why not? What's different?
Well, I feel like dogs and cats are like pets. They're like domesticated, right? And I personally don't eat dogs and cats, so I would not. And I feel like they're not oppressed. You know, in some cultures they do. They make dog soup, like in in Asia they do that. They eat.
Yeah, but if they were to do it here, and you had the option right here, Pueblo, right here,
Yeah.
to purchase the secretions of dogs and cats or
Right.
the body parts of dogs and cats, you said that you're vegetarian. Is that true?
Yeah, I try not to eat meat that much.
Oh, that much. So you're not
Yeah,
vegetarian.
I mean I don't eat meat
You
that
do
much.
eat meat
Like if
sometimes.
I eat meat sometimes, you know,
So you would you be
because meat's not good for you. Because
like the question is would you be okay with occasionally purchasing the dog meats and the dog secretions, dog milk, whatever the hell you consume from animals? Would
Yeah.
you say it would be ethical to go and do that, or would it be wrong? It's legal. They have it right there.
if it's illegal,
Yeah,
then ethically it would be okay, because it's legal.
just because it's legal, it's
It's
fine.
legal. I mean, it's not like they have laws against it. If it's against the law, then it's wrong. But
You think everything that's legal is moral?
no,
Slavery.
ethics and moral are more, ethics and morals are different.
No, legality and morality is different.
Right, but so
You're saying
ethics and morals.
is it's legal is fine, but
Yeah.
slavery used to be legal. Slavery
Yeah.
was fine back then.
No, it was. I mean, it was fine in the eyes of the people, but now it's wrong. You know, now people. I think slavery's always been wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Right, but now you wouldn't see yourself purchasing the dog secretions,
I wouldn't. Maybe my friend would, but
and you wouldn't think your friend is doing anything wrong.
I think my friend is weird because he's eating dogs.
No, the question is about morality, not about weirdness
Okay.
or anything. If you see your friend purchasing dog meats,
I would say it's not wrong.
it's not wrong.
No, because it's legal.
Okay.
And look, there's a list of animals that you can eat, right? There's a list of animals that get eaten, right? And if the dogs and cats get put on that list, they're on the list now. Okay, go eat. You can do that, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't put myself in that position. You know.
Well,
Like
we reached the conclusion of the debate here because we explored what are the entailments,
yeah.
and I think the entailments to your position are crazy.
Why?
If you want to be fine with that, because I'm not gonna stand here and say it's fine to oppress mentally disabled people if they happen to not be Homo sapiens. I think that's crazy. I'm not gonna stand here and say
Yeah, but I'm not
it's fine
saying
to
that.
oppress dogs. I don't
Because
think it's fine to
but
oppress
those aren't
dogs.
people at that point. In order to be a person,
By people, I just mean an entity with a mind. That's all I mean by person.
right, but that doesn't make you a person. If I okay,
By my definition, I'm just saying
Right.
by person, I just mean an entity with a mind. That's all I mean.
okay,
personally.
well then, if an entity with the mind from an outer planet comes here and he has an alien comes here, right, and he's from Mars and he has a mind, would you say that's a person?
Yes.
It's not a person. A person is a human being.
Well, that's by your definition, right? But
Right.
there's different definitions of personhood. It is a very like debated thing in philosophy. Like there's many definitions of personhood.
You want to talk about abortion? They want us to talk about that.
Ari, what is your position on abortion in cases of rape? I remember we had an abortion debate.
Are you pro or against abortion?
I'm pro sentience. I think uh, abortions are completely fine before the development of sentience. So
Okay.
like early term abortions, I see no issue. Like once the entity has a mind, they have a subjective experience, I think it starts counting in favor of being wrong. But there's gonna
Yeah.
be exceptions like
Yeah, I agree.
like the life of the mother being in danger.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, what if she gets raped? You know, then is she really in control? It could like ruin her life. You know.
Yeah, in cases of rape, it's a little harder because like pre-sentience fine, like have any abortion you want, rape or not. But
Yeah.
if we're gonna say, is it okay to kill a sentient being in a case of rape? I'm a little agnostic about that one. I haven't thought about that one a lot.
I saw a video today.
Would you think it would be fine to have a late term abortion in a big
In a
rape
rape
case?
victim,
A rape case?
late term.
Late term, yeah.
You know, I mean, it does depend because what if she's 15? You know, and it could ruin her life. You know,
Yeah,
it could
I
ruin her
understand
life.
that.
But I think it's wrong if you're gonna abort a baby who's like, okay, why? If it's late term, it would be wrong. And I think to say that it's a woman's choice, that what she does with her body and who uses it, I think that's a little hypocritical because, okay, if I have a wife, right, and we get divorced 6 months into her pregnancy, and then she wants to get rid of my baby, is it really her choice? You know what I mean? It's also, I feel I should be involved in that choice, you know? Like if you have a girlfriend, you guys are planning to have kids, right? And then she aborts your baby, you're gonna be just as heartbroken, right? Probably more heartbroken because she probably, you know, wouldn't care. And I would say that abortion is wrong.
Well, I'm gonna agree with you pre-sentience. Like
Yeah, pre-sentence.
no, sorry, like pre-sentience, I think it's the woman's choice. Like it is her body, but once the fetus is sentient, then it stops being her body, it's somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, you know, would you say if you're not a vegan, it makes you a bad person?
I see a distinction between actors and action. So I think the action is definitely bad, but it's gonna depend. There's people that are just never thought about it once in their life. They're raised like this. They're still kids. I'm not gonna say those kids are evil. They're just doing whatever the fuck their mommy and daddy told them to do.
Right.
So I don't see them as evil. What starts counting in favor of you being evil is somebody like you.
Yeah.
That you perfectly know what you're doing. You know you're oppressing animals, and you still do it. I think you're a bad person. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Like hopefully in the future we legislate against people like you. Like hopefully in a vegan future it's gonna be illegal to oppress animals, and people like you
right.
can't do that without being in prison.
Right. Well, I wonder if that will happen. If it does, I'll gladly go vegan, right? But would you say that human beings have you know what manifest destiny is? You know what that is?
No.
It's the belief that human beings, like Americans, have like it's basically westward expansion was like something that when the Americans first arrived, we had like the first 13 colonies, right? And then we expanded west. And that was like the belief that, oh, we have the right to claim the rest of America for us, right? And take it from the natives and whatever, right? And I feel like without that strong conviction, we wouldn't have what we have today, right? And I think the same principle applies to, okay, now human beings are on top, right? We have everywhere, all the world, right? I think veganism is good. I think it's morally correct. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great thing. It's a great movement. But I also think, like, okay, if I were to go to vegan tomorrow, right? How could I gain 30 pounds in muscle without eating meat, you know?
Easily, man. Have you seen Game Changers?
I haven't. I don't know what that
The
is.
documentary about vegan bodybuilding is perfectly fine and possible. It's got to consume enough calories,
Protein.
consume enough protein. There's plant-based proteins. You can be a vegan bodybuilder. Have you seen Vegan Gains, man?
I haven't. I really
Look him
haven't.
up right now. You have Instagram?
Vegan gains.
Vegan Gains, yeah.
Oh, it's an Instagram. Okay, all right, I'll look.
Well,
it up.
he's a YouTuber. Let's put
Okay.
Vegan Gains all together. Vegan Gains. That guy.
This guy.
Yeah, look at that guy. He's fucking jacked, man.
Okay.
Vegan.
And this guy's vegan.
Yes. He can crush you.
He's not on gear.
He can crush. He's on gear.
He's on gear.
Yeah.
Like on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
But
saying.
you can be vegan and natty. He used to be when he was natty.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, when he was natty back in the day, he was still huge. Like I think this was natty right here.
No way,
Let
bro.
me see.
No, he's on gear. He's on gear.
No, he way
Not in that
back
photo.
here he used to be natty.
But yeah,
Like he was
look
he
for a
was natty
post
right here.
before August. Yeah. Okay.
Either way, I don't know a lot of examples, but there's vegan bodybuilders.
I feel like it'd make it way harder. You know.
Not really.
You don't think it would make it harder?
Well, regardless of that, it's not justified to oppress others. So even if it was hypothetically, but it's not.
But
It's
okay.
fine. You can be vegan. You can.
Do you think that animals? I mean, don't get me wrong. Are animals on the same level as humans?
He said he started to use in August.
Yeah, exactly. I just checked. Said that too. But I mean, would you say animals are on the same level as humans?
No. Well, it's gonna depend on the animal, depend on the human, but generally speaking, no, I value humans more.
Okay.
Because there's things that I value like intelligence, sapiens,
Right.
stuff like that.
Well,
But
okay.
I'm not gonna say animals have so little value where it's now okay to oppress them. No, they have enough value where it's wrong to oppress them.
Okay.
But there's a hierarchy of values. If I have a choice between this crushing an ant or like killing a vegan human, I'm gonna crush the ant.
Would you kill a non-vegan human
If I have like between what and what,
between an ant and a non-vegan human?
like
No.
assuming I'm not gonna get in any legal
Trouble.
yeah, to save animals.
But it's an ant, dude. Come on, it's an ant.
Yeah, but
The lifespan alone is
we're
justifiable to
comparing
not.
an ant to a serial killer,
Okay.
right? I can ask you the same question: would you crush an ant or kill Jeffrey Dahmer?
Okay. I see what you're saying. But I'm talking about.
No, wait, what about
Yeah, I
what would
killed
you
Jeffrey Dahmer because
Right.
Jeffrey Dahmer has killed humans.
to save humans, right?
But he's killed humans.
Yeah.
To kill an ant over a non-vegan human,
Well, non-vegans are
serial killers.
serial killers. Yeah.
But serial killers of animals, not humans.
Yeah, still serial killers.
But I feel like that's the value. You're equating the value of one to the other, right? Because you're saying that, okay, I'd rather kill an ant over a non-vegan human as opposed to killing, you know what I mean? Like, do you hear what I'm saying?
Well, if there was a way to veganize that human without using lethal force, like
Yeah.
I would not kill him. Like
Okay.
I'm just saying hypothetically, there was no other way to save the animals,
Okay.
and there was no legal issues that I was gonna get into.
Right. But I feel like that's like they're actually like conscious. They have like a brain. They have like, they're an individual, they have their own individuality.
Animals are conscious; they're individuals. So you're not saying anything untrue of animals.
So you'd say that an animal has the same individuality as a human?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying they're still individuals, whether they have the same individuality or not. They're still individuals.
Okay.
Well, depends what you mean by individuality, like, and by same as. Like, it's a confusing question.
Okay. Can an animal paint a picture, right? Paint a painting, like to the same level as a human?
Probably not. And there's also some humans that can't do art, so I don't really know the
Right, but-
relevance of the question.
But an animal can't learn ever to like ever do art,
There's some humans that can't ever learn that either.
Right, but there's some humans. That's like 1%. I feel like
But they still have a right to live, right?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
so why?
I feel like humans have more right to live than animals, and that's not a bad thing. Okay? Think about it this way: if you were
plants with power. Yeah.
What?
Go ahead. No, I'm just reading the chat.
Okay, would you say that if there was a guy right above us and I'm a cow and you're a human, would you want the cow to live or would you want you to live? Right? You want you to live.
Rephrase, like repeat
Okay.
the question.
Let's say that you and me are sitting here in this chair,
Uh-huh.
and there's a guy above us, and he has one bullet.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna kill one of us, and you're the one who gets to choose. Would you rather choose the animal or yourself? Or let's say you're not even the one who gets to choose. Let's say he's the one who gets to choose. Would you want him to choose you or an animal? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna choose myself, but I don't really understand the relevance of the question. I don't understand the relevance.
Now it's yourself.
Like I can ask you that about anything. I can ask you, would you rather you live or just some random fucking person? You're gonna
Right.
choose to live, right?
I'm gonna choose to live.
Exactly. So I don't really see the relevance of the question.
So what makes it okay for you to choose an ant over a human? If you're gonna choose yourself, you know? Like, would you die a vegan? You know, would you like rather choose to die than let that cow die?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Would you rather die than make a kid die?
I mean, a kid?
A kid, yeah.
Like a normal kid.
Normal kid.
I'd probably choose the kid.
You would kill a kid?
No, I'd choose the kid to live, like he live, because he has a life to live. I don't.
Exactly. So you don't think
I'm saying if I'm like 50.
You don't think it would be justified to kill a kid in order to live?
I mean, it depends, because if I'm a kid too, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, would you kill your twin brother if it means you get to live?
Depends if he's vegan or not.
I mean, I guess that's valid. You know, everyone has their preferences. You know. What do you think about eating lobsters and crabs?
It's probably wrong. They seem to be sentient.
Would you say fish feel pain?
Yeah, the fish definitely.
They feel pain.
And lobsters and crabs, are right there in the uncertainty threshold. But I think there's enough evidence to believe lobsters and crabs are sentient. There's some animals that are not sentient, like oysters. I'm fine eating oysters. Entity between lobsters and oysters. Oysters are not sentient, and lobsters probably are. But I could be wrong, and if it turns out they're not sentient, then it would be fine to consume them. But I at least extend them a precautionary principle.
Okay. What do you think about? What do you think about like talked about abortion, talked about veganism. What do you think about gun control? Right? Do you think people should be allowed to have guns?
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
it's like justifiable.
I think, law-abiding citizens have a right to protect themselves, their family, their property.
Right.
I don't see why not, and to protect themselves from the possibility of a tyrannical government. Like I don't want only the government to be armed.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Or like an invader into your apartment or house or whatever.
Yeah. What about you?
I think I agree. I mean, I think if you have a criminal record, you probably shouldn't be allowed to have a gun because it shows that you're not. I mean, it depends on what you did, like
It depends on what you did.
But like,
if you just committed like
petty theft or something.
Yeah, like you stole something out of a grocery store once or something. I don't think that's gonna be enough. But if you committed violent crime.
Yeah, like armed robbery or something.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like.
Ari, what do you think about transracialism? Like, I don't even know what the hell that is.
Transracialism? I don't know what that is either.
People who claim a different race or something. I saw an elephant paint, so I'm sure other animals do too. They're saying that.
Yeah, I've seen that video too. But I'm saying like create like a actual like picture. You know, like we take a photo of what we have in front of us, and we put a human to paint, and we put an animal to paint. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's some humans that suck at painting.
I know.
Yeah, and that doesn't take away their right to live. Like, I don't know.
I'm not saying that's what makes them allowed to live or not. I'm saying that it's like the distinction of like their capacity, you know? Like, I don't know how to paint, but I'm sure I could do a better job than an animal. And if I was given the time to, you know, if you give an animal 100 years to learn how to paint, it could never learn how to paint. If you give me 100 years to learn how to paint, I'll be the next Picasso, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
maybe not. Like maybe Picasso had something innate
Yeah.
that made him better.
Like savant syndrome or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
or in something like that.
I know what you mean.
I don't know what the symmetry breaker between transracialism and transgenderism is. I accept both.
I don't know.
Like I'm.
What do you think about being a transgender? Is that like all right?
What about it?
I mean, do you think it's like okay, like morally?
Yeah, I mean, I think trans women are women. Like there's a distinction between gender and sex. The race thing, I don't know. It's confusing.
Transracialism, does that mean like from changing from like white to black or black to white? Is that
Yeah.
what that means? That's what it seems like. Break the word
Yeah,
down.
I'm agnostic about that one. Seems like it's not comparable to transgenderism because there's a distinction in the scientific literature between gender and sex, but
Yeah.
race, like, what's a trans race person? Like, what is that? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
What do you think? I mean, do you think it's okay to be a trans person? Like, do you think that it's okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Like to change your body and stuff and like, you know, just like, I don't know, change your body and change what you were naturally born as. You know?
Harry, look up small animals matter. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot it.
That's
Sorry.
good shot.
What were you saying
I'm
about
just
trans?
saying, like, what do you think about trans people? You know, like if you were to change to a girl, like, I mean, I know that's you. You probably wouldn't do that. But if you had your best friend who changed to a girl and stuff, like,
Yeah, more power to her. Like,
yeah,
why would I think there's anything wrong with that? Do you think it's wrong?
I don't think it's. I wouldn't do it. I just think it's the world is changing. You know, I don't think it's wrong, per se, like that person should be killed. I just think that if that person, well, and it's interesting because you know, people say that you know gender dysphoria and stuff. Like you feel like you're like not in your right body, and that's why they go and they change that process. But then there's also cases of people who actually end up regretting doing that 10 years later. They're like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, you know, I changed my natural body. I fucked myself up, you know?
Yeah, you know, there's a minority of people, but it from what I understand, it tends to not be the case. People don't regret it, and it actually decreases
Yeah.
the instances of them committing suicide
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, because they did what they wanted to do. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. So they relieved the dysphoria.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, if you look, you know, like the times of like the Romans and stuff, like what did they eat? You know, they ate like lambs, they ate like cows, they ate like wine and stuff. And, you know, they were better off. It would be seen as like
Better off.
yeah, like physically. Like they were stronger, they were, you know, faster, they had like more.
I'm not even convinced that's true, but
Really? Well, I mean, I feel like there were no phones, there was nothing to make life easier,
well,
you
we
know?
also have like other problems now. Like we have
Yeah.
like overabundance, we have obesity and
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
But if we're talking about, you know, two people, one person from Roman times, one person from now, like everything was equal.
No,
I'm not
everything wasn't
convinced.
equal.
No, everything else like equal except like the time they're in, and
Yeah.
they're not obese. They're both not obese. I'm not convinced one was better off than the other. Like if anything, people live longer now because of modern medicine and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to think about.
There are health outcome data now. You'll get the same gains. They're saying. I think this guy lifts. Is vegan. Lots of athletes are vegan.
I mean, do you guys fast at all? Do you fast during the morning and stuff?
Not really.
No?
No.
Okay.
The gladiators were vegan.
Were they really? Were they actually vegan, or is he just saying that?
I don't know. I've heard that claim before. I think in Game Changers they make that claim.
I mean, the gladiators were slaves, though. They weren't like part of the Roman army.
But apparently they were jacked, no?
Well, I mean, they were jacked because they were fighting for their life, I guess. Maybe they were vegan or not, you know? I don't know.
Well, at the end of the
Interesting to
day, it
think
doesn't
about
really
that.
matter. We can be vegan right now. We have options. We don't really need to oppress anybody. To choose to oppress somebody is just selfish and like silly.
So animals are somebody?
You don't think animals are somebody?
I think somebody, okay, somebody killed my dad, right? Would you, if I said that, would you think it's like a human that did that or an animal that did that? I don't think that if we're using the word somebody,
Just because of
you know,
like in most instances where I hear something like that, it's gonna be a human. So I'm gonna just
assume.
assume it's a human in that situation. But that doesn't make animals a thing. Like
Right.
someone or something. You think there's something?
I don't think that some animal is an object per se, like an object that you like a chair, for example. I don't think they're comparable because it's like it is an organism, but the word somebody cannot be used to describe every type of organism. You know, it's like if I take like a bacterium and call it a somebody, it would be like comparing it to a human being. I'd be like,
Bacteria is not a somebody though.
I
They're
know, but
not
it's
sentient.
an organism.
Yeah, but they're not. Plants are organisms too. I don't think plants are somebody.
Exactly. No, I don't think somebody only. I think somebody is exclusively meant for humans. So I called some.
Maybe in the way you use the word, but again, like I think that it's a very human centric way to look at it. It's human supremacists. Like I don't know why we wouldn't call an animal somebody. They are somebody. There's somebody there experiencing the world from within. Right? Very different from the stable. Very different from an apple, a bacteria. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, because they have eyes and they can see,
they can experience the world.
and they can.
They're
Yeah,
entities.
they have the five senses.
They're entities with minds. They're someone.
Right.
You're saying here animals are someone. Absolutely right.
Right. Okay. Well, if you look at plants, plants don't have a brain, but they operate under the same electrical impulses that we do. They operate under electrical impulses, and so do chickens. Chickens have a brain though. But I had the opportunity of about a month ago of dissecting a pig brain, and I saw that there were parts from a human brain that were missing, right? Because the level of consciousness and like mental capacity isn't there. Now, if pigs were to evolve, right, and they could suddenly talk or whatever, right? They could talk and they could speak English and they could, you know, they had souls and stuff, like from Charlotte's Web, you know, where the pig talks, right? You know that movie? Then I guess you could say that, you know, it has a soul or whatever, it's capable of speaking. But right now, all that it is electrical impulses, you know? That's all it is. It's like the same thing as like a plant, you know. They're not the same thing,
Not really the same
but the
thing.
same level of consciousness, in my opinion, you know. Because
No,
a plant can't really feel stuff,
animals can't feel stuff.
and they can feel.
No.
Animals can feel.
Animals can feel. Plants
Plants cannot.
Yeah, so
But
that's the difference.
but they're on the same level of consciousness in the sense that they can't like
No.
actually think. You know what I mean? Like they can't
No.
talk. You know what I mean?
They can't think.
They can't
They
talk. Though.
can't use language to talk, but they can communicate their feelings. They're gonna scream.
It's like
So I do have a Discord. Follow me. Or join my Discord.
evolutionary like traits, like, you know, like there's this study, right?
Free Palestine. Yeah, free Palestine from Hamas. That's true.
If you drop a T-Rex into like the African desert and it's like a bunch of buffalo, they don't have the like, oh, they've never seen a T-Rex before, so they're probably just gonna stand there, you know, because they don't have the evolutionary like trait. They haven't evolved to like run away from a T-Rex like they would from a lion, you know. In the same way that chickens and fucking, you know, any other animal has evolved to run away from humans because we've been hunting them for so long, right? So I feel like it's also good to look at that too, you know, like, oh, if I have an animal who, you know, if there's like an alien that gets dropped here, an animal like from like a long time ago, if you drop a saber-toothed tiger, it still looks like a tiger, so an animal would run from it. And I feel like those evolutionary like instincts would apply because it still looks like a tiger. So yes, they do scream and yes, they do run, but it's because evolution taught them to do that. You know, there's
Well,
a
you can
difference
say
between
that about us too.
predator and prey, right? And we're the predators, not the prey. You know, and we're sentient.
Well, we don't need to be predators, right?
But
We don't need to, right? We have options. Like the word predator is often gets used with a very negative connotation. Have you seen the catching predators videos?
yeah, but you're talking about
Right.
a sexual predator.
Child predators.
Right.
But then you're standing here like proudly calling yourself a predator. That's like a little weird.
Well, no, because you're talking about it in the context of raping children. I'm talking about it in the context of evolution. The context is everything.
It's wrong in both cases. Like we don't have to prey upon anybody. We can just
Well, anybody would mean
be vegan,
humans.
be based.
You know, anybody would be like saying, "Oh, I don't know anybody because I don't know anyone. Like I don't know any humans." So for me to say I wouldn't prey on anybody would be like I wouldn't be a predator towards other humans, not towards animals. I feel like it would be easier to say, "Oh, we don't need to be predators towards animals, not towards anybody," because anybody a lot of times gets used to characterize humans, because that's basically what the word means. Like anybody is meant for humans, not animals. You know,
Yeah,
like
but
saying any animal.
again, you're talking to somebody who's not a human supremacist. So I'm gonna include animals under
Right.
someone, under anybody. Either way, I gotta go train with Gus.
In the gym.
Yep, gonna go to Planet
Okay.
Fitness Ciudadela. I have a
Okay.
membership there now.
Oh yeah, that's good. You
Yeah,
don't
they
like the
have they have.
hotel lagi?
It is good, but
Yeah.
it had over there they got free weights and shit. So
Yeah.
I
Well, yeah.
train
I mean,
here sometimes.
yeah, it was good talking and stuff. You know, it's always good
Yeah, man.
to
Thanks for
have a.
your time.
Yeah, no problem, man.
We can talk about if we randomly come across each other on a stream again.
Yeah.
Just talk again.
Yeah. Estaba saliendo del Hotel San Juan. There's like a prom there and stuff. I'm actually gonna get dressed so I can go
Oh yeah,
there.
you gonna go?
But
Well,
yeah.
stop abusing animals, guys. If anybody not is not vegan in the chats, and as always, veganize every corner of the universe. Get easy.